Shorties.
Hi, Shorties.
Fingers crossed, StreamYard's being a little bitch tonight, apparently. Very frustrating when we're professionals here. I'm fucking professional.
She's a fucking professional. No, goddamn it.
Miss Shorty, you're muted. Miss Shorty, you're muted.
God, yes.
And daring, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fake breaks, staying hydrated. It's Shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Trial watching trials and tribulations. It's Camp Shorty calling all nations. What are you drinking? Shall we skip this part? Left or right-handed? Shit, she slid it to the start. She's a fucking professional. Yo, goddammit. You're muted, what? And daring, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fake breaks, staying hydrated. It's Shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Psychology corner. Let's learn about stuff. New Miss Shorty music. Calling their bluff. Best chat, best community. We've got the best minds. A safe, supportive sanctuary full of fun and love. Rock out with your cats down. Curse all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say kind. She's a fucking professional. Yo, goddammit. You're muted, what? And daring, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fake breaks, staying hydrated. It's Shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Hey, Shorties, what's doing, y'all? Get in here, Shorties. Let's fucking go. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty.
Hi! I forgot to put myself on the stage. Hi, Shorties. It's like, hi, good to see you. Hi, Shorties. It's like, hi, good to see you. Got the background working. How's my mic sound? The dogs think they're getting more pig's ears. Good luck. I love you very much, but that's going to be a no from me. Yay! Yay! Hi, Shorties. Well, first things first, sorry about last night, where my laptop decided to throw a curveball and stop charging. So I got onto Amazon and ordered a new charger and cable. It arrived overnight. We have a charged laptop. So all that to say, we had to halt day 5 of the Jessy Kurczewski trial rewatch from October 2023 in time for my laptop to not die. So we are going to pick up from where we left off yesterday. I will change the thumbnail to this retrospectively to reflect this change. Let me say hi to some folks. Hi, Stephanie, blah, blah, blah. Simi, hello. Ms. What the fuck? Hello, girl. I see Holly Strites in the chat. She wants an intro video of Shorty lip syncing to this song. Please and thank you. Maybe. I certainly sing Chatty's Bay backstage as it's going out. Poppy, for goodness sake. And I know every word of that one also. But also it's a cool video. I love it. So I don't think we need... Well, I think Ms. What the Fuck's got her plate full. Just say. Now. I see Salty's in the house. Good to see you. I saw Shelly, Pokemomo, Shelley Pokemomo. It's Pokemon, but you will forever be Pokemomo in our hearts and minds since you made that change. It was probably a year ago, right? I think I saw Laura. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Shelley. Smash the like on your way in. That's it. That's it. Nicholas, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Again, yes, if you missed it, we just had our brand new merch launch. New look merch store, more uniform pricing and descriptions, a whole bunch of new designs, new styles of garments. It's a whole thing. When you've got nothing else to do, if you weren't in that chat and replay crew, hi. But if you weren't in that live stream, go and check it out, and then head on over to the merch store, which will be dropping into the chat occasionally. Or you can go to the website missshorty.com, and there's a hyperlink there to take you straight to the merch store, which is Fourth Wall. And there's a 10% off code for the month of October, all caps, spooky. Yes, and we have seasonal stuff in there for the spooky season. Go and check it out. Nick says he is here for Judge Demi as always. What? Not us? Not your delightful friends in chat? Now, replay crew, hi. Thank you for watching on the replay. If you would like to watch the live chat replay on your handheld device like your iPad, your tablet, your totally above board Android device, or your iPhone. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm sorry. Ms. What the fuck? It's easy. Just go to the comment tab, and there's a couple little buttons up the top, and it gives you the option to watch the live chat replay, as well as leaving a comment, as well as hyping, as well as hitting the like. Love you. Thanks. Ms. What the fuck said to me, maybe if you weren't part of the iPhone cult, your laptop, which is a MacBook Pro, might not have died. And I'm like, yeah, well, my non-psychopathic brain doesn't work with Android. Anyway, I'm sorry. I love you. Maybe I'm the problem. It could be. Oh, Shelley says, I plugged my iPad and YouTube kicked me out to update. For fuck's sake, technology, right? Hey, so we only have actually, we've got some hours to get through in court today. It was only 2 hours yesterday, including my intro and panicking. And then after, no, fair. Thanks, Holly. We stand united, girl. And then after this, yes, Camp Shorty back with all of the streams. Whew. Packing it all in before I go back to peasant work on Monday, tomorrow here. Thanks, Shelley. We're going to Psychology Corner after this to round up with the first part of psychopath or sociopath. Very fitting, given the Android Apple dispute that is long-standing within our community. And that will be a Dr. Ramani stream. So stick around for that. All that to say, shall we go to court? Ma'am, look, you know, cult members, they'll defend themselves till the very end, and the message they stand on. So what can I say? I'm brainwashed by Apple. It's fine. It's fine. It has been lovely to be around midweek, Candy. Unfortunately, I gotta pay the rent and feed these crazy 2 doggos here, these dingleberries, bloody fools. They're very high quality food. So Nat's here. She says, hi, I'm jumping in at work and we'll jump back in when I get home. Lovely. Happy, what is it? Wait, is it Saturday? Yeah, it's Saturday there. Happy Saturday to you all in the States. We look forward to you joining us in chat, ma'am. Thank you. Now, let me do the things that I mean, one day I'm going to remember how, but today's not that day. Here we go. So, that was loud. I mean, I have, maybe it was having to listen to Jessy Kurczewski and her mother, Jennifer Flowers, yesterday that fucked my laptop. Like my adapter overheated. That's what happened. Crazy. Oh, look, now I'm here. This is very odd. Okay. I'll sort the screen out. So I scooted back a little ways. Wait, I can't see that. Oh, Hedda, thank you so much. Let me get this going. And what have I done here? Good God. I need to just make it bigger. That's what she said. Full screen. There we go. Sorry for the sniffing. Oh, Washbar, that's amazing. Wait, so Hedda, thank you. And then yay to Washbar, who usually comes into our Jessy streams. So that. And Holly, thank you so much. So let me do an all-encompassing wait. Let me do this for Hedda. Fuck yeah, memberships. And then I have a feeling that I know what Holly's pitching for here. So let me give you the plethora, the full range.
I'll take any motherfucker's money if he giving it away. Shit.
Well,
Wait, what else is there?
I have 2 words. Do it. Do it. I'd love that.
Thanks, Holly. Y'all are in the draw. Remember, all super chat, super stickers, buy me a coffee, PayPal, Cash App, gift of memberships and new memberships. Well, and that reminds me, Pammy, our beautiful friend Pammy, sent through a $100 PayPal, no, Cash App, at the very end of the very frenetic and frenzied wrapping up of last night's stream. And Pammy, thank you so much. I appreciate you, girl. You are in the draw. And hi, Colors. Good to see you. Amazing. Now, I scooted back a bit because there was panic ensued. I scooted back a bit. Let me see whether
she's up to the research and briefed us.
So when you
so we're galvanizing.
Visine being
God
lethal,
help
you
us.
just learned it from other people.
Yes.
Where do we have?
You were
code?
just being told what Visine could do or not do, correct?
By Dr. B, yes.
You had personally had no knowledge of it, correct?
Correct.
Nor did you do any research regarding it, correct?
So where did I go to?
Correct.
Oh, what happened there? Oh, nothing. I went back to, why did I do that? There seemed to be a peak. Whoa. A peak in, as in a peak, not a peak in, or a peak in viewing here. So I thought that would be a good spot to go to. Let's do it. And also, does my microphone sound okay? I know it was weird in the last stream, but everything was weird in the last stream. So, not everything. The presentation was amazing.
So because of this,
And the
memory,
merch.
you probably weren't aware that
And the company.
Lynn Hernan had a prescription drug.
Objection. Move to strike. I don't know what the full question was going to be. So understanding my previous rulings, you may ask the question again.
Well, you looked at the NSM report, right? From the lab?
I believe I did.
And it listed a bunch of prescription drugs in Lynn Hernan's system, correct?
I believe there were several substances in her system.
Oh,
And one of those prescription drugs that was listed was baclofen, correct?
I don't recall.
there we go. Thanks for being here, everybody. Poppy.
And another drug that was listed was cyclobenzaprine, correct?
Oh my God.
I don't recall.
Let me see what we got speed wise.
And
Oh,
another drug that was
Jesse's.
listed was nifedipine, correct?
Oh,
I don't recall.
Do you recall those drugs or that report when you questioned Jessy in July of 2019?
I don't recall.
Stop.
Did you ever ask
Stop.
Jessy in those interviews about baclofen?
Pretty sure I did not.
Did you ask her anything about cyclobenzaprine
I would say no.
or nifedipine?
No.
When you, if I could show you the report, would that refresh your memory?
It may.
See the report from July.
think it's August 8th, exhibit number,
Fair enough. A report from the summer of 2019.
correct.
Fuck,
You
I
still
was
have
muted.
594 if you want to mark it for
True
identification.
love,
because that other exhibit was not marked.
united. Wait,
Exhibit
that's not
number
love.
25.
Lynn. Aw.
If I was a photo.
Shelley, good question. I
Number
wasn't paying
35.
attention.
Can
I think they're shady as fuck, these two defense attorneys.
Go ahead.
So probably not supposed to ask. Yes, thank you, Steph.
It's a-
There is the beautiful Lynn Hernan,
Legalities is.
tragic victim,
Sure.
as a members only emote. Same photo as is in the top corner up there, top right. That's beautiful, Lynn. And we have Judge Jenny D in the red heart, also available for your fangirling, Nick, aka Judge Demi Moore, he says. We don't have an emote for Jesse because
Just had to connect it. All right, should be on the screen now. I got it.
Do you want it in front of the witness?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Should take a moment. It's in front of the witness.
Mr. Cole, I'm showing you what's marked as State's exhibit number 35. Do you see it on your screen yet?
I see partial of the document.
You see on the far right, there's a page counter and it'll say 1 of 14 right now. Do you see that? Far right,
Far right.
middle of the screen.
I see it, 1 of 14, yes.
All right, go ahead.
Do you see at the bottom of that first page, State's exhibit number 35?
Yep.
Yeah, and the title of that first page is, do you see what it's titled? MS?
Yes.
Tabs? And it's dated August 7th, 2019.
yeah, we just
Yes.
don't want to give her any air at all, header.
Had you seen the first report that came out regarding this case before you interviewed Jesse in July 2019?
I don't recall.
Had you looked at any NMS reports prior to interviewing Jesse?
I don't recall.
But in your interviews in July, you would refer to the tetrahydrozoline level in the NMS report. True?
Can you restate the question? I didn't hear it fully.
Well, in your July interviews of Jesse of 2019, you would refer to the test levels or test level result for tetrahydrozoline.
I may have.
So me telling you that doesn't refresh your
Oh
memory?
my God, I can't point. That there, that's the merch store.
Again, I didn't review the interviews with Jesse prior to the hearing today. So I just don't recall what I said and what I didn't say 4 years ago.
So you don't recall telling Jesse that the 60 NG was fatal on tetrahydrozoline?
I may have said that.
It's safe to say you would know how much Visine it would take to get to any THC level?
I would not know how to rely on Dr. B.
So any information that you had was just by talking to Dr. B.
Yes.
And when you mentioned Dr. B, her name is listed on the report, exhibit number 35, correct?
It is.
And Dr. B is Dr. Linda Brzicki.
Correct.
Okay, Galvanese. It's not Galvanese. It's Gal.
Did you recall, if you can, that throughout those interviews in July
can't remember his name
2019
now.
with Jesse,
What is it?
she always
Galanese.
told you that she did.
Galvins?
Sustained.
What's his name? Galvin D's nuts.
Versus Johnson.
Well, in the March 6, 2019 interview,
Wait, Judge Jenny D, she's not playing. She's fucking had it with these fools. Remember, this is just after. Remember, we were all like, holy fucking shit, galvanized yet. Jenny gave them outside of the presence of the jury in last night's live stream between the direct exam of this witness and the cross exam, Galvanese nuts. Judge Jennifer Doro ripped the defense team a new one. So now she's it feels like a long time ago for us, but it's only maybe half an hour between that and this in IRL. So let me see. I scooted back.
Johnson.
She's citing.
Well, in the March
Jessy.
6, 2019 interview, in an email, Jesse, or you opined that it was a suicide, correct?
Well, Jesse emailed me, so at the time we didn't know. I may have said that we were investigating what we thought originally was a suicide.
It's on 1.35, by the way. We could speed it up because he's.
And while you were one of the lead investigators on this case, did anyone from your department interview the? I should. I'm going to restate the question. Well, you know that checks were involved in this case, correct?
There's a financial aspect, yes.
That eventually this investigation turned into a financial fraud investigation, correct?
Yes,
And were you still on the case when that was being done?
yes,
And so you were aware that there were checks retrieved or copies of checks retrieved from the BMO Harris Bank, correct?
Pause. Gotta say, Veronica Sawyer just placed an order. She ordered the cute little Spooky Boo T-shirt with the Spooky Boo ghost on the lapel there. Oh my god, how exciting! I hope you used the code. I hope you used the code. Oh. Anyway, hi. Veronica went shopping. You will have that in time for spooky season. Yay! Thank you. And while I think of it, all proceeds from the merch store don't come to me. I ain't got no grift. Depending on the volume, which is generally not particularly high, I either give my beautiful mod squads a very small token cash payment, but it's been a minute for that. So instead, last month I just bought them all new merch, and I have a feeling that with this new merch drop, we're going to be doing another one of those because I can't thank my beautiful mods enough. So there is no grift here. This all goes back into the community and saying thank you to my beautiful mods for all of their friendship, time, love, care, support. So that back to court. Nick says, "Nice one, Veronica."
Correct.
Nick, we
There were
expect
checks
you to
received
have
for
the
financial
swimming
institutions,
trunks.
but-
Just saying.
Oh, I wasn't involved in the financial portion of the investigation.
So as far as you were concerned, you handled none of the financial stuff.
No.
Galvanese.
Do you recall whether or not you heard testimony or through your investigation that no one from your department ever located any eye drops at the scene, correct?
I don't believe any eye drops were located at the scene.
And it's safe to say no one was looking for eye drops at the scene, correct?
I would say that's probably accurate, yes.
So it's safe to say that because you weren't looking for eye drops at the scene.
Candy
there
and
were eye drops there at
stuff.
the scene, correct?
I wasn't at the scene, so I don't
I
know.
want
Well, you
everything.
saw photographs of the scene, correct?
Oh.
I did.
And you talked to some of the deputies that responded to the scene, correct?
I spoke to deputies, yes.
And were you informed that no one there at the scene would look for eye drops, correct?
No one mentioned seeing eye drops.
Why would they
Well,
pause?
did you ask
Galvanese,
any of the deputies?
fucking fool. Why would they have looked for eye drops at the scene? Because who in their right mind would think, I mean, even the ME didn't think it. Initially. It was only until the toxicology report came in, which we heard that witness last weekend on day, I think, 4 of testimony. Yes, her name was Sherry Bazinga Kazinko. It's not something you'd go to as a police officer, say, okay, so here's a deceased person. Sorry, Lynn, but no overt signs of anything. Wonder if it was eye drops. I wonder. Like, that's some fucking Matlock shit. Come on now, Galvanese, you're an idiot.
Is there anybody, did you guys look for eye drops?
I probably asked them if they saw any eye drops, and no one saw any.
Well, that's because everyone at the scene thought it was a suicide, correct?
I don't know what they thought. You'd have to ask them.
They're so good, Shelley. Aren't they so comfy? Oh, Candy, the mind boggles. I mean, gosh, particularly if they were getting slowly poisoned, like poor Lynn was. It could just be the culmination of whatever that mysterious ailment was that was causing them,
Did,
you know,
you said you
gastrointestinal
had interviewed an
issues
individual by the name
then.
of John Fryer,
Sorry,
correct?
talking over
Yes.
the top. Fuck, I'll go back. Sorry, sir. But yeah, the intestinal issues that Lynn had, that the hospital, you know, the doctors in the hospital couldn't pinpoint what the root cause was. Like, gosh. And also James Craig, he used Visine on his poor wife Angela. Wait. He's so annoying, period, Rachel.
Did, you said you had interviewed an individual by the name of John Fryer, correct?
Yes.
Were you able to determine his relationship to Lynn Hernan?
I believe he was a cousin.
Did you able to determine whether or not he was close to her?
I got the.
What?
I don't think they were real
So you're
close.
wasting our time. It's annoying.
Judge, I have no further questions.
Oh,
Hey,
thank
redirect.
God.
Just briefly,
Oh, thank
Judge.
God. We made it. Jesse's like, oh shit, I'm fucked. I'm screwed. This is fucked. Look at her. She's like, what are you doing?
Detective, you were asked some questions about meeting with our office. Do you remember those?
Yes.
And was that the first time you'd ever met with our office before a trial you were involved in?
No, that's pretty standard.
Okay. When we had this meeting with you, did any of the attorneys at this table tell you what we wanted you to say?
No.
Are there things that as you sit here today, you just simply don't remember from the investigation in this case?
There's a lot.
Okay. For example, as you sit here today, do you know whether there exists a 911 call from the date of the death?
I don't.
Okay. Generally, would you say that on your cases, if that type of audio is available, that you would listen to it?
Yes.
Okay. You were asked some questions about, I believe Attorney Galvez phrased it, being taken off of this case. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, Chrissy.
Why did you stop working on the case?
I was transferred
Okay. To what kind of unit? Do you remember?
back to the Metro Drug Unit.
Okay.
Metro Drug Unit, he said. It's on 1.25 now.
And those interviews that you were asked about from July of 2019, was Detective Hoppy in each and every one of those?
Yes.
Okay. In fact, are you aware that he spoke with the defendant more times than you did?
Yes.
Okay. And I didn't ask you to review all those before today, right?
No.
If you wanted to, could you have gotten them on your own?
Colors, I think that Candy was talking about Galvin D's nuts with the black cape, but he's wearing a suit jacket, like in a black shirt underneath. But the way he's sitting, leaning forward, it's hunching his jacket up and over. Oh my goodness, I keep bumping the mic. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, Galvin D's nuts. Galvany?
I would have had to ask the department for him.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So you can't remotely access even your own files from when you worked here?
No.
Okay. Is it pretty standard that through the department, people are moved and reassigned to different units fairly frequently?
Detectives can be.
Okay. Was that true for you?
I spent a lot of time in specialty units.
Okay. Was that in any way some form of discipline?
No.
Okay. Are those
How could you
specialty
discipline
units
this
sought
gorgeous
after in
little
your
man?
department?
Yes.
Big man, big man.
That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Detective, you may, excuse me, Officer Kohl, you may step down.
Yes,
The state subpoena?
Yes.
All right, you may be released then. All right, it is 10:33. This will be an excellent time for our mid-morning break. I'll let the bailiffs know, probably about 15, 20 minutes, but all rise for the jury, please.
Oh, all rise for seeing Jenny D rise. Nick says, all rise. Ay, ay, ay. You're fucking screwed. Jesse, suck it. Anything outside of the presence? I still want to see what Abby's wearing. Ooh, there she goes. Girl, stop it.
Thank you. Be seated. I do have to place on the record the one sidebar. It had to do with what was ultimately not.
It had to do with me furiously trying to get my laptop to charge, and then poor Ms. What the fuck had to fill it in with sound bites and stuff. Yikes, because I was off screen, losing my ever-loving mind. Sorry, Judge, carry on.
Marked as an exhibit, even for identification purposes. They were printed documents, and the objection from the state was that they're not the same thing. And when I reviewed the email on Attorney Nicolai's computer, what is attached to that email are photographs of documents, not the documents themselves. In fact, some of them are difficult to read given how they were photographed. And so I sustained the objection because what Attorney Galaviz had
Galvanies.
appearing to be the documents that may very well have been attached are not the same thing as what was included. And so therefore I sustained the objection. I think that was the only sidebar we had.
Sidebar.
I'll give you all your break. And then I believe the next witness, I'll need to address the state's motion. All right, so the defense should be prepared to discuss that after the break.
Galloping Galvanies nuts.
Number on that file.
Galvanize.
I thought it was 593, but it says 592 on it.
Did I make a mistake? I have 593.
Are we talking about the email?
I'm sorry, I was referring to a motion that was filed by the state.
Okay, I thought I may have mismarked it, Teresa.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. All right, well, we'll look at all of that during the break. If we need to make a correction in front of the jury, we will. I don't have the document number ahead of me, but Teresa can give you that off the record.
Trace.
All right, we're in recess, everyone. Why don't you come back in about 15 minutes?
Okay, wait, pause this, that, the other. Where am I going to go? It's going to be exciting. Oh, there I am, back again on this side, because I don't know why. Anyway, me and technology, we don't jive, we don't jam. Let me get to the court, back in court. Oh, we don't want to miss Judge Jenny. Oh, god damn, I almost did. Nick would never forgive me. Okay, back to court we go, huh? Back to court we go, and this. Oh, and that. It's coming. That's what she said.
All right, we are back on the record. Appearances are as they were before. I think Attorney Sisberger might be in the hallway, but I do want to address this motion from the state dealing with dual subpoenas. Obviously, we had some witnesses at the end of the day on Friday that were subject to dual subpoenas, and they were not released. I've read through the motion. Attorney Nicolai, anything else you want to state as it relates to that or put on the record?
No, it's really all contained in the filing.
All right. What's the defense position?
Pause. Laura B., thank you for your order on the merch store. Nothing spooky themed, but you did use the spooky discount code. Discount code, all caps, spooky, until the end of October on the merch store. Thanks, girl. How exciting. The Come At Me Bro V-neck tee. I have that in the regular neck tee. I need to wear it. It's so cool. And the Shorty Cherry Love V-neck tee. Cute. I love it. I love it. Enjoy.
Judge, we object to you granting that particular motion. I don't think it's our responsibility to provide an offer of proof. When the state wants to release a witness, they're under our subpoena. We have the right to present our case and our defense at the time that the case turns to us. It would be very difficult for us at this moment to say exactly, well, I don't think we're required to give what other testimony we might want to elicit. The only person I can think of that falls in that category was Kareem Posa, but maybe there was someone else.
James Kelleher was not released from his
Oh,
either.
James Kelleher.
Oh, I forgot to
there's-
write down
we
this.
have both of those witnesses under subpoena. We plan to elicit certain information. In respect to Ms. Posa, I know that there was something that was not brought into the trial that we will want to introduce. So, I mean, we have the right to present our case. The state doesn't have to provide some kind of offer of proof every time they present a witness.
I don't think an offer of proof is needed, but I spent some time thinking about this as well. I think under 906.11, I have clear authority to address when there are dual subpoenas. While I don't believe an offer of proof is perhaps the right mechanism, I want to be mindful of the time for these witnesses as well. This isn't your typical 2-3 day trial where it really wouldn't be an inconvenience or hardship. This is a multi-week trial where the state has indicated their case in chief will take 8 to 9 days of testimony. So that puts us into, late this week, early next week for when they will wrap up their case. Under 90611, what I would like to see going forward is that the defense, if there is going to be an objection to releasing an individual from a subpoena, that you provide a strategic reason as to why this witness cannot be fully examined on cross-examination. I mean, on the one hand, if you do this when the state calls the witness, you have the ability to cross-examine and ask leading questions, which you won't otherwise have. You'll have to ask non-leading questions when you call this witness during your case in chief. So I also thought about, well, if we get done with direct, cross, and redirect, I could say, all right, under 90611, please consider this your witness and ask your questions and require you to ask your questions at that point in time while they're still here. Again, absent a strategic reason, I want to go forward in this fashion. Obviously, we have the 2 witnesses who already have testified and they remain under subpoena and they'll be subject to my prior orders for exclusion of witnesses. But going forward, and we'll do this, of course, outside the presence of the jury, I will just need to be alerted to who these witnesses are so that we can do them outside the presence of the jury. I believe the next witness is subject to a dual subpoena. Was that Mr. Craig?
I would actually ask the defense to be required to give us that list because it's very unclear every time you ask. I'm just relying on what our witnesses have indicated in terms of whether they've received a subpoena or not. But there seems to be some confusion every time that question comes up. I think it'd be helpful if we had a list of the people that are under a defense subpoena as opposed to just...
I haven't required the state to provide a list of who you're going to call every day, and I'm not going to micromanage them. Now, if you guys want to alter that, and that's what the state does, so we can, but I'm trying to balance what you all have asked me to do. I've required the parties to meet and confer. So unless you want to change that procedure, I'm not going to require them to do that.
Judge, frankly, it just appears that the state's being held to a different standard. Every day we're answering questions about how many people and who's next and what the order is that we're not required to do. Obviously, we're getting absolutely no information about, for example, why Mr. Kelleher can't be in the courtroom. He's been at every hearing in this case because although he's not a statutory victim, he feels like a victim and was very close to the victim. And he would love to be here, right? But there's this kind of unsaid reason that he needs to be recalled. And I don't really think that that's fair.
I understand that. And
so if you recall, James Kelleher was Lynn's ex-boyfriend who 30 years later was still beautiful friends. He has a new girlfriend, but the lovely man that had that surfy vibe to him. And he was on day 4 also with Corrine Poser, who was Lynn's lifelong best friend. That's who they're referring to. So the defense have asked to keep him, have him remain under subpoena, which excludes him from being in the courtroom. That's what my girl Abby is talking about.
I'm changing the rules midstream here. And unfortunately, Mr. Kelleher and Ms. Posa fall under the old way. But as it relates to, I'm not putting the state to a different standard. Under 90611, I think it makes sense. And I think there's a due process component as well for the state to, at the end of each day, give the defense or whatever point in time during the day you want to do it, a heads up on who you believe the next witnesses will be. I'm asking you to do it on a day-by-day basis. I'm not asking you to map out everything in advance. It's to hopefully help the defense in a way be prepared for, what's coming up next. But in the same way, I do think it's reasonable that the defense provide a definitive answer as to whether someone's currently under subpoena. Just being on a witness list is not sufficient. They have to have been served appropriately with a subpoena. So this next witness, Mr. Craig, has the defense subpoenaed this individual and served it appropriately under the statute.
Pause, Tony. Thank you so much. Fuck yeah, memberships. Wait, let me play that one for everyone, but for you. So you're in the draw, and welcome new shorties. Who did we get? I saw Laurie came on in with a Havanese mom. I mean, we know Laurie. She comes in sometimes. So welcome new shorties. Thank you, Tony. You're in the draw. Love you. By the way, make sure you check out the brand new merch launch stream we did prior to this one. Code SPOOKY, all caps, for 10% off site wide until the end of October. New designs, new look hoodies, and thanks, Tony. Yes, let's keep going with Judge Jenny D. Thank you for your support.
So for clarification purposes, Your Honor, then does that mean going forward, the defense is now going to be allowed recross with every witness? Because
No, you will be allowed recross if they are under subpoena. The whole point, I shouldn't have to give you all a lesson on what is direct, what is proper cross, and what is proper redirect. I don't typically allow recross unless somehow there's been an opening of the door. And it won't be recross that I'm allowing you. It will be if they're under your subpoena, you will then commence your direct examination. So you have two options. The one is during your full opportunity to cross, you can ask all of those questions and take advantage of those witnesses being, you can lead those witnesses should you choose.
Well, I guess my comment on that, Your Honor, would be that that is unfair to make us do our direct examination of defense witnesses during the midst of the state's case. We should be able to present our case in the order we want at the time that is allotted to us.
We need to be mindful of these witnesses
I
as
do
well.
appreciate that.
And so this next witness, is he under subpoena from the defense?
Yes,
And he's been served.
Do we believe?
yes.
All right.
So is Your Honor saying that we cannot call him in our case? You're not going to allow us?
No, I'd like to be able to release witnesses. If you choose to recall them, I guess that's fine. What I'm saying is I'm giving you a choice. You can, if I'm not going to allow recross, but if you'd like to start with direct and then it goes to cross and then you will end with redirect, that will be the procedure that we follow. Again, unless you can give me a strategic reason as to why I should have this witness come back, 10 days from now, 9 days from now, and have to come back in and testify a second time. This really has to do with being mindful of the witnesses who are here and their time. Some of them, yes, have been here previously. I put very little on that.
Colors, it is confusing. The defense are playing dirty, trying to, it's, you know what? It's just in the theme of, and I know you haven't been here because you've had other stuff going on, but the defense, the victim shaming and blaming by the defense team of beautiful Lynn, it's reprehensible, right? And the people they're excluding, the people that I mentioned before, so Kellerman, the ex-boyfriend, and Kareen Poser, the lifelong best friend from the courtroom, is basically just trying to, even in death, fuck with Lynn and the people who loved her. And they're making it confusing, and Judge Jenny D is trying to teach them how to lawyer, and she shouldn't have to. And it's all very calculated and by design. These people are not incompetents. And Kukla, Donna Kukla, the female attorney, colors, the defense attorney, the female defense attorney, she is Hydrant Head, formerly known as Anthony Cotton, the defense attorney for Maxwell Anderson in the trial we watched. So she's his mother. They have a law practice together. She knows what she's doing. So that.
I have an exclusion order for a reason. So let's talk about Mr. Craig. I'm presuming I'll transition. We'll get done with redirect, and I'll say then the defense, since this witness is also under dual subpoena, you may commence your direct examination. I have authority under 906.11. Witnesses are called out of order all the time.
Just making it difficult for everybody.
In
Idiots.
cases. Sometimes for the convenience of the attorneys, of the parties, of the witnesses, sometimes for our jury as well.
I guess my comment on that is I don't want to do my direct examination of Mr. Craig today.
Give me a strategic reason as to why I should continue his subpoena to a later point in time.
I just don't believe I have to give a strategic reason or
That's the
indicate to
rule
the
that I
court.
am imposing under 906.11, given the length of this trial, given the courtesy to the witnesses. I'll give you a full and fair opportunity. That's not the issue here. And the jury will be advised that they're now a defense witness as well, so that it's very clear what we can demarcate that in any way. But just give me a strategic reason as to why.
I don't want you to indicate that this witness is here today for the defense. I'm not asking for that.
Your
I don't want
objection's
you to
noted
do
for
it.
the record.
And
But unless
also-
you can tell me there's some additional investigation that was done by the defense that is different information that goes to the defense. My understanding is most of these witnesses right now, at least the ones that we have seen, have all been part of the investigation done by the sheriff's department. This is information that has been provided from the state to the defense.
And again, when you compare, Your Honor, to cases, as you indicate, this is not similar to a case that's a 2-day or 3-day trial. I agree with that. This is a trial that's scheduled to last weeks where my client's facing a life sentence. So I just think that it's unfair to manage the defense case in the manner that you're proposing. I can't say that we will or won't call Mr. Craig going forward. We'll have to evaluate what was elicited during the state's case and make a strategic decision once the state rests. Certainly, we try to ask everything that's important at the time. of the
KKK
witnesses.
Kukla, shut the
But
fuck
I
up.
think we have a right to reevaluate it once the state closes their case and look to see if there are other things that were not brought up through deliberate or inadvertence, whatever the reason is. But we have a client facing a life sentence. And I want the opportunity, once the state closes their case, to reevaluate the witnesses and make that decision.
I'm not saying I won't give you that opportunity because I think that's a fair assessment, but I still don't see how that should interfere with the requirement that I'm putting on the defense to ask this witness all the questions that you have. If something comes up at a later point in time and you say, we want to recall them, I'm not saying you're not going to have that opportunity. It's really about releasing them from subpoenas at this time and being mindful of their time as well. So I'll even let you make that decision. I was hoping I could do it ahead of time. Again, you all know your cases, I presume, very, very well. I have never read any of these reports. All I have is a criminal complaint and the testimony and evidence that I've heard to this point in time. I'm not asking you for an offer of proof. I'm just simply saying under 906.11, I want some type of strategic reason as to why this witness can't be released from the subpoenas. You can do that after all of the questions have been asked. But please, please do your very best to make sure these witnesses are fully questioned. We've had a significant amount of cross-examination, sometimes more than the direct examination.
Absolutely.
And so that's just my observation. And
Pause in. Ugh, I can't believe I'm saying this. In the defense's defense, lol. I believe that actually it's kind of standard for the direct examination to be however long, X amount of time, and that the defense cross generally goes for about twice as long, between 50% and 100% as long. But huge caveat to that. Not when they're just asking pointless, stupid, redundant questions and lollygagging the shit out of the fucking thing.
most of the times I don't think this is really an issue. And
Brooklyn, hi.
we're just going to do this one by one. If that means I have to excuse the jury and we make a record of each one, then so be it. But again, I'd like to keep us moving, and I'd like to be mindful of the witnesses' time, and that this is done in a way that, yes, affords due process, the opportunity to be heard, the opportunity to not only cross-examine witnesses, but to call her own witnesses. I understand all of that. I'm not unmindful of that. If in the meantime you find any case law that you think undermines my decision, please let me know.
Good luck.
I believe under 906.11, I have the ability
Fuck
to
around and
control
find
the
out.
order of interrogation of witnesses, even those that are under dual subpoena from both the state and the defense. All right, with that, then anything else I need to address before bringing the jury in for the next witness from the state?
No.
From the defense.
I think I left a new flash drive up for
Oh,
Amanda
yeah.
and one on the state's desk too.
And Madam Clerk, did you confirm that
Therese.
it was
Teresa?
properly marked?
Madam Clerk is Teresa.
marked as 592, but then I was handed a different 592. All right, so the jury is aware that it's 593, and so nothing needs to be done in front of the jury there. Okay, very good. Then, Madam Clerk, go ahead.
Pause. While they're bringing in the jury, I see Shelley is rather perplexed by the seeming possession of our girl Ms. What the Fuck with her avatar. Now, you've been busy doing baby bump stuff, not for yourself, but for your grandy as Grammy and Grandma. That their avatar right now is the ever popular Madam Court reporter. We love her. But I saw you previously commenting, Shelley, on Ms. What the Fuck's, you called it a raptor. Well, actually, it's more that, what's her name? Kukla looks a lot like a T-Rex. She does a lot of this, and we've been lolling about it a lot, right? And then was it Hedda? Who was it? I think it was Hedda. No, my brain. No, it was Hope Ate Fear. Where is she tonight? Commented that she looked like a T-Rex with jazz hands. So, Ms. What the Fuck behind the scenes has been making us a hilarious bunch of AI generated things. And this is the T-Rex with jazz hands. Oh my goodness. I don't suppose I didn't ask you this behind the scenes, Ms. What the Fuck, but do you have the other fun images of Kukla? Because I thought she looked a lot like a Cabbage Patch Kid, which then we went into a whole side quest of what garbage pail kids are. And then cranky Cabbage Patch Kid. And then evil Cabbage Patch Kid. And then that's Kukla having fed herself, feeding, I don't know what. And she's also got matching blood-colored spectacle frames with the blood around her face because she looked like a ghoul who's just fed. And then I thought that together, land the plane, she can't. And then I thought that they kind of looked she and Galvin D's nuts looked a lot like the couple on that artwork, American Gothic. Wait. So, of course, Ms. What the Fuck, is she eating Dutch babies? Good question, Tony. That's a great segue into the next thing I want to talk about before the jury comes back. And then this is them as American Gothic. So we've been doing a lot of side questy. The royal we, Shelley, have been doing a lot of side questy stuff with these trials. And it's been quite fun, particularly to lighten the heaviness of the trials we've been watching. I mean, we watched Cardi B, that wasn't heavy, but Maxwell Anderson and now Jessy Kurczewski is a lot to carry without some dark humor. So there you have it. Now, Tony mentioned Dutch babies. Thank you, Ms. What the Fuck. We love you and your AI artistry very much. You're very good at it. You're wicked smart. Dutch babies. Now, you all hopefully will recall that we are compiling a Camp Shorty cookbook. I need to submit my recipes. But before we get the cookbook released, we need to decide upon a title. There is a poll on the posts tab of the YouTube channel. If you haven't already voted, Ms. What the Fuck's got it here. Wait, let me, why am I like that now? Here, let's go here. This is the poll to choose. Can we, Ms. What the Fuck, can we see, like with one of your sneaky votes, we see where we're at the moment? Camp Shorty's Hotbox is galloping it in.
It is. So get in there if you want it to be anything other than that.
And then we've got probable mock-up cookbook covers for each of the options, but that's the Hotbox one. So Camp Shorty's Hotbox. Thank goodness Ms. What the Fuck used some mild censoring and changed it from Miss Shorty's Hotbox to Camp Shorty's Hotbox.
It did. Here we go. There we go. So there's, I don't know why my screen's a little bit off, but there we go. Okay. Cafe Bay, Camp Shorty Hot Box, and Fork, yeah.
Hi, Laura. Good to see you. So get in there and vote, and we're gonna close out the poll like momentarily by the end of tonight's Camp Shorty. So Tony says he's still got a recipe pending. I have like 9 pending. And my brain died a little bit writing literally 200 descriptions for the new merch. Revising of the site. So yesterday was out for me. I will do it later. I promise I'll do it. And Rachel's sending a bunch of recipes. If you didn't pledge any recipes, but because for whatever reason, but you'd like to submit some, it's all good. It's going to be an online cookbook. Hoping maybe we can make it a tab on the website, but don't quote me. Hi, Shandwan. Good to see you.
As I keep saying, it'll be what it'll be, and we'll make sure to post it everywhere. Also, in this same poll, if you forgot what you signed up for, you can check the sign-up sheet right here. And also it explains how to submit, all of your stuff in the same poll as the mock-ups.
Tony says, I hate trying to write merch descriptions. I was a copywriter for a couple of years, so realistically I should be fine with it, given that I had no laptop yesterday afternoon because, hi, iPhone, Apple, with your ludicrous requiring of hardware to be replaced within 14 months. So I was doing it on my phone, and it was hours. Poor Ms. What the Fuck was drowning. She goes, "Oh no, I don't know about this." I'm like, "Send me the few that you're
the few
stuck on." And then of course there was a spreadsheet because spreadsheets are bae, and
Yes.
the spreadsheet was how many items are there on the merch store at the moment? 200-ish.
Just under
190?
200. It's like 198.
Yeah. So all of that. So get your vote in if you haven't already voted. Get your recipes in if you haven't already submitted them. It's Miss Short. Yeah, goddamn. It's Miss Shorty at gmail.com. I'll drop it down the bottom of I'll drop it if I could. There it is, Miss way faster than me, no surprise at all. And if even if you didn't pledge any recipes, it's going to be a buildable cookbook. And if this one's a success, we will absolutely be doing a seasonal holiday season, Christmas, whatever you want to call it in your culture and religion, a non-denominational holiday. So that will be next. Also. Pause. Tony says, part of my challenge is that it isn't descriptions for my stuff, so I have to write them to a standard. Left to my own devices, it would be rather hilarious. Good point. Miss Shorty, look at private chat.
I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry.
I was going to say, because wait, I missed nothing. Tony, on that note, some of my descriptions are hilarious because I am hilarious and it's my merch store. So there's a bit more uniformity in the descriptions there now and some little Easter eggs of lolling. Anyway, let's get back to court. Thank you, Miss What the Fuck, for clarifying your Raptor status / your possessed avatar shape-shifting. I love it. And we will go back to court. Have I gotten it? Are the jury in the room? Nope. But they're not far. We'll have a look at Judge Jenny B while we're doing it. Don't forget, merch store for all of October. Discount code SPOOKY, all caps. We'll get you 10% off site-wide. Runs out at the end of October. So get in there, y'all. New designs, new logos, new designs, new items. Thicker hoodies, zip-up hoodies. There's a blanket, throw blanket, a little pillow, new water bottle, insulated water bottle with a lid. Love. Swimwear. What else? So many cool things. Love. 10/10.
Flare leggings. Most
Flare
important thing.
leggings with a butt-lifting butt. So good. Racer back tees, tanks. So good. Look, Sidgley must be doing this direct. Oh, there's an apron. Thank you, Simi, for reminding me. So cool, Tony. I feel like you might love the apron. Check it out. There's two styles. There's a Camp
All right,
Shorty
thank
one
you, everyone. Please be
and a
seated.
Cook with Love one. Get in
Great,
there.
the statement called. It's next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. State call Scott Craig.
Scott Craig.
Good morning, Mr. Craig. If you would please make your way to the witness stand. It's at the front
Nervous.
of the
An
courtroom.
apron.
It's up
Yes,
one
Tony,
rise
an
up.
apron.
When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand, and my clerk.
And I've pinned the link to the merch store up the top of the chat. So easily accessed, so you can get there and have a bit of a peruse, a browse.
Teresa, who's on my left, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Thank you, sir. Please have a seat. First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
My name is Scott Craig, Scott, last name Craig.
Sir, that
Go
is
ahead,
very
your
easy.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Craig, how old are you?
I'm 48 years old.
And what kind of work do you do?
I work for a local company as a structured cabling surveillance technician.
And how long have you been working in that field?
25 years.
Mr. Craig, do you know a woman named Jessy Kurczewski?
I do.
And is the woman you know as Jessy Kurczewski in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Could you please identify her by where she's seated and perhaps what color her shirt is?
She's right over there in the peach colored sweater.
Thank you. I'd ask by pointing and describing.
She
the
ain't
shirt,
no
Mr. Craig,
peach,
identify
sir.
the defendant, Ms. Kurczewski.
The record will stop.
Thank you. Mr. Craig, how is it you know Ms. Kurczewski?
We were boyfriend and girlfriend for 3 years, 3.5 years.
Oh, sir.
What was that
Thoughts
time
and
span?
prayers.
From when until when were those 3 to 3.5 years?
Thoughts and prayers and
From spring of
sage.
2016 till the summer of 2019.
Did you meet her in spring of 2016 or had you known her previous to dating her?
We were acquaintances previously, but formally talking to her was spring of 2016.
I'm just going to get some socks.
And over that 3 to 3.5 years, would you say the relationship became serious?
Yes.
Did you ever live together?
Yes.
For how long did you live together?
Probably 3 years.
And was that at a house you purchased together or one of your previous homes? How did that work?
I rent a home and she most of the time lived with me. She was also living with her mother at the time, but for the majority of the time she was living with me.
And did the two of you ever have children together?
No.
To your knowledge, did Ms. Kurczewski have any children of her own?
No.
Do you have children of your own?
Yes.
And did Ms. Kurczewski take well to your kids?
Yes.
Did your kids seem to like her as well?
Definitely.
And how many kids do you have, sir?
4.
Was that true of all 4, would you say?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. While you were dating for these 3 to 3.5 years, what kind of activities would you do together?
I'm pausing just for a moment to say I went and got socks. And if you weren't aware, we have socks on the merch store. Well, the green screen's going to fuck with me. I've got the Miss Shorty music ones. They're very comfortable. They're very soft. They're very lovely. I think there are funny cunt ones, stay weird ones. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Back to court. My feet are cold.
We would go out to local pubs. We had common friends, so hung out with friends. Had barbecues and things at the house, at other people's houses. Sporting events for the kids. My kids were heavily involved in sports, especially my daughter at the time. So we would go to softball tournaments throughout Wisconsin, sometimes in Illinois.
Okay. Did you and Ms. Kurczewski ever go to casinos?
Yes.
How frequently would you say you went together?
It was off and on. Sometimes we would go, 2 to 3 times a month. Sometimes more than that. Sometimes we wouldn't go for months on end.
Okay. And was that true of that kind of sporadic in those 3 years or 3.5 years you were dating?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know what Ms. Kurczewski was doing for a job while you were dating her?
She had a job at a dental office I knew of. And then she had another job at another medical type office as a administrative type job within another medical office.
Were those 2 jobs she was working at the same time throughout the 3 to 3.5 years, or were they different times?
They were different times.
And was she, to your knowledge, consistently employed that total 3 to 3.5 year time span?
No, for the first 6 months, I knew she did not have a job. So she didn't have a job, I knew, for about the first 6 months.
Okay. Beyond that first 6 months, did you believe she was employed consistently for the rest of your relationship?
Yeah, there was probably maybe a couple month period between those two jobs that she wasn't, but then she ended up getting another job.
Okay. Did you ever discuss with Ms. Kurczewski how much money she made at these jobs?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay. Did you ever group your bills together, for example?
Bills themselves, no, we didn't group our bills together.
Did you ever add her to any credit cards as a second user?
No.
Did you add her to any of your bank accounts as a second user?
No.
Did she add you to any of her accounts that you know of?
No.
Okay, so you kind of kept your finances separate from one another.
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, you just have to answer out loud so the woman.
Sorry.
Very wise, sir. Very wise.
Now, when you would go to the local pubs, as you said, did you pay attention to how much money Ms. Kurczewski would spend?
At times I would pay attention, at times I didn't, because it's not my business of how much money somebody's spending or not spending all the time. So there were times I did, but times I didn't.
Okay. And when you went out, you would spend your own money, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Roughly how much money would you spend out at a night at the bars?
It would.
Background?
Well, I'm just trying to establish what he spent and what he was paying attention to Ms. Kurczewski spending for the consequent jury process.
All right, overruled. He may answer.
It would vary from what we spent. Sometimes we go to the bar and only spend $50. Sometimes we would go and spend $100 a piece. It would just depend on the day or the evening or what was going on for that particular trip to the bars.
Okay. And you referenced we would spend. Is it fair to say you and Ms. Kurczewski were either you might pick up the bill sometimes or she might pick up the bill for the both of you at times?
Yeah, correctly. I mean, sometimes I would run a tab and it would be all under, some night it would be all under my tab. It'd be nice that it would all be under her tab.
Okay. And you said that it wasn't really your business how much anybody else was spending.
Pause, Simi. Good point. That's a different stenographer, Madam Court Reporter. Well, she's here in spirit. Ms. What the Fuck covering the Court TV logo is our favorite girl. So, yeah, interesting.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you didn't really pay attention to what Ms. Kurczewski was spending. Is that fair?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What about these times you would go to the casinos? Did you pay attention to how much Ms. Kurczewski was spending?
At times, yes. She would probably do the same with me. We would tell each other how things were going as we were there.
Okay. And anything that stood out about Ms. Kurczewski spending at the casino to you?
At the time, no.
Okay. How much money would you typically spend at the casino on a given night?
Again, it would vary. Sometimes you'd spend $100. The maximum I probably lost at a casino was maybe $1,000. Sometimes we would win money. So it was different every single time.
Let's talk about that.
Laura, I saw that. Thank you so much. Yay.
Sometimes you win a couple $1,000s.
And you use the code.
Like a few $100s, then you would maybe take that and try to, go and play some more or just leave and go home with the money that you won.
Okay. When you say you would sometimes win a couple $1,000s, is that around 5,000, less, more? How would you put it?
It would be mostly probably less than 5,000.
Okay. Prior to October 3rd of 2018, did you ever win any jackpots bigger than $5,000 that you can remember?
Prior to that, no.
Did you ever see, up until October 3rd of 2018, did you ever see Ms. Kurczewski win any big jackpots while you were with her?
No.
Okay. So nothing over $5,000 in your time with Ms. Kurczewski up until October 3rd of 2018?
Correct.
Now, after October of 2018, was there a pretty big jackpot you won?
Correct.
How did that go?
We were at a casino late one evening and we won a jackpot. I think it was in November of 2018 for $70,000.
Okay. You said we won that.
Yeah.
How did the two of you both win that jackpot?
Well, we ended up sitting together. So we always kind of said, we would always mostly try to split what was happening when we were at the casino. So when I say we won it, we were sitting together at the machine.
Understood. And did you split that jackpot then 50-50?
Yes.
Okay. Did you take the money and sort of deposit it in your account and then give her a check, or did she do that, or how did it work? How did you split it?
When we left the casino, we each got $5,000 cash, and then Jessy received a check for $60,000.
And did she ever share some of that $60,000 with you?
Yes.
Okay. Did she write you a check, do you think?
I'm not sure how it was.
Would she give you $100?
I'm not sure how it was given to me. I don't remember. I don't recall.
Okay. Beyond that $70,000 jackpot in November of 2018, any significant jackpots that you can remember while at the casinos with Ms. Kurczewski?
No.
Switching gears a little bit, this was a serious relationship with Ms. Kurczewski, you said, correct?
Correct.
Did you meet family members of hers?
Yes.
And specifically her mother, Jennifer Flower?
Yes.
How many times would you say you met Jennifer Flower?
I would probably say 8 times, 9 times.
Okay. Did you meet any other family members of Ms. Kurczewski?
I met her grandmother.
Did you know of a Lynn Hernan?
Yes.
Did you ever meet Lynn Hernan?
No, I did not.
How is it you knew about Lynn Hernan?
When I first met Jessy, throughout those first few months, she told me of a friend of hers that was like a mother figure, and her name was Lynn.
Did you know anything more about Lynn sort of early on in your relationship, other than it was a family friend of Ms. Kurczewski's?
At the time, no, I didn't really know anything else. I knew she lived in Pewaukee. Jessy talked to her, a few times a week on the phone, when I visited her. So I just knew of her as a good, close friend of Jessy's.
When you met Jennifer Flower, Ms. Kurczewski's mom, was that at your request, or did Ms. Kurczewski want you to meet her mom?
I think she wanted me to meet her.
When it came to Lynn, you said Ms. Kurczewski was going out to Pewaukee to visit her?
Correct.
Where were the two of you living? What municipality?
West Dallas.
So she was leaving your house in West Dallas to go to Pewaukee?
Correct.
How many times per month, if you had to say?
At least 4 times, at least once a week, for sure. 4 times a month, sometimes more, sometimes less.
Did Ms. Kurczewski ever ask you to come with her on these visits?
No.
Was there ever a time that you offered to come with on a visit to Ms. Hernan?
Yes.
And did you get to go then?
No.
Why not?
She said that Lynn was kind of a recluse. She didn't feel, Lynn didn't feel good about herself, and she was kind of just kept to herself, and she didn't want to meet people, I guess.
Okay.
That's kind of how it was left.
And was that sort of explanation consistent to you between 2016 and 2019?
Yes.
So you never met Lynn Hernan?
No.
Holly
Up
says
until
I had
about spring of 2018, so for that first 2-year period, how would you describe your relationship with Ms.
Holly says I had lunch in Pewaukee on Friday. Boots on the ground, Holly. Love it.
Kurczewski? Was it pretty solid? Was it sort of off and on? How would you describe it?
It was pretty solid. I mean, there were times where, like normal relationships, where things would get a little, I don't even know how to say it.
Rocky. Contentious.
I guess I don't know how to answer that. I mean,
Fractured.
where you have, small problems here and there, but it was pretty solid.
Okay. You've referenced that your relationship with Ms. Kurczewski went until the summer of 2019, correct?
Correct.
What was it that happened in the summer of 2019 that caused that end to the relationship?
When Waukesha Sheriff's Department came to my house and took her away.
Yeah.
Did they do anything else as it relates to your house?
Yes.
What was that?
Obviously, they were looking for evidence, pretty much destroyed everything in my house as far as ransacking and looking for things.
Yikes.
They had a search warrant, is that correct?
Correct.
And then they searched your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said yes.
Correct. Yes.
Thank you. And they went through everything you said.
Correct.
Did they at some point talk to you
Yes.
at your house that same day?
Yes.
Do you recall what day that was specifically?
July 9th
Of 2019?
of 2019.
In that conversation, some sheriff's department personnel had with you, did they ask if they could have your cell phone?
Yes.
Did they tell you why they wanted your cell phone?
They basically just said that they.
Oh, God, we got Kukla coming up.
Did you give over your cell phone?
Yes, I did.
Did you get that cell phone back rather quickly?
Yeah. Yes. Within 2 days, I got it back.
Okay.
2 days later.
Was it your understanding that police wanted to look through your phone?
Yes.
Okay. And that's what you were agreeing to give them your phone for?
Sustained as to the form of the question.
Mr. Craig, why did you give your
Is
phone
it a,
over to the sheriff's
Milwaukee thing?
So they could use it as gain evidence from my phone, I guess, going through calls and text messages.
Okay. Did they ever tell you you were a suspect of anything?
No.
In fact, did they tell you what the opposite?
Yes.
As to leading?
Object to hearsay.
What's that from remind you on?
Object to leading.
Sustained as to the form of the question. He may answer.
What was the question again?
He'll rephrase it.
Thank you.
Were you ever led to believe in this conversation that you were a suspect in anything?
No, I was not.
So when you say you gave over your phone so the sheriff's department could look for evidence, what do you mean by that?
Well, at the time, I didn't know what anything meant. I just figured that was standard protocol.
Oh, my
for what they
arms
were
just
doing.
disappeared.
Okay.
Yikes.
I'd like to bring up Exhibit 183, please, just to the witness.
It's up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh,
Mr. Craig, can you see Exhibit 183 based on that little sticker in the bottom right corner?
orcs for this poor guy. For poor fucking Scott Craig having to sit in the courtroom with his ex-girlfriend who they broke up with each other, or he broke up with her when she was taken away, charged with murder. Yikes. Imagine having to sit there. Yikes.
Have you on the screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
God.
And if I can have
cougher.
Mr. Vulcan here scroll down to page 5 of that exhibit. Mr. Craig, are you able to see how many pages that exhibit is?
According to the right side, it says 5.
Okay. And if you could just, as Ms. DeValken here slowly scrolls up, could you just read, actually, let me ask you this first. In reading some of the messages that are on the screen, do you believe you know whose phone these messages were taken from?
Thank you. Yes, they're from Jesse's phone.
From Jesse's phone?
They were, kind of looks like a conversation between Jesse and I.
Okay. Do you know whose phone they were taken off of?
Looks like my phone.
Regardless.
Pause. Rachel said, did she steal from him too? I'm not sure whether she stole, but she was mooching, wasn't she? Because he said she moved in. It was his place, but she moved in. So she was mooching, leeching off him, definitely. I'm wondering whether when they were gambling at the casino, whether Jesse put in as much into the slot machines as Scott did. And then also whether their winnings were divided equally. Their winnings.
As you read through these messages, you believe this is a conversation between yourself and Jesse, you said?
Yes.
Is that Jessy Kurczewski?
Yes.
And as we slowly scroll up the 5 pages, more technological.
No.
difficulties.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened.
Bear with us, Mr. Craig. We'll get it back up for you.
Greg.
Yeah. We have to go with the hard copies.
Let me just. There you go. Back up.
Back up.
Oh, thanks. Keep these just in case. Can you just start scrolling up the rest of the Oh, thank you. And Mr. Craig, to be fair, prior to testifying today, you and I met with one another, is that correct?
Correct.
And I showed you certain portions of these messages that I'd probably be asking you about during today's trial, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you've seen this before.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us generally what this conversation with you and Ms. Kurczewski was about?
It seems that we were out one night and we got into an argument about, I really don't know exactly what it was about, but this happened from time to time where we got into arguments and looks like I was very upset and I was trying to break up with her.
In what date was this conversation, as we've scrolled up from page 5? Do you recall what date that conversation took place?
Looks like 5/13 of 2018.
Okay, so about mid-May of 2018?
Yes.
And if we could go to page 2 of 5. And Mr. Craig, do you see on the left side, and if we can actually scroll down, Mr. Vulcan here, just on that same page 2 of Exhibit 183.
Judge, I believe that the witness should be asked the question and only shown the exhibit if he needs to refresh his recollection.
Tony has one of those enamel mugs also, Nicholas Ticholas, but that's good. What's the word? I don't know. Thanks for vouching for them, Nico. I'm glad you like it.
It's not been offered yet, so you lay a little more foundation and then we'll go from there. I'll sustain the objection at this time.
I think the proper foundation will be laid through a later witness, but he has testified that this is a conversation he recalls between himself and Ms. Kurczewski.
Haven't established how he knows that.
Understood. Mr. Craig, how is it you're able to say this is a conversation you had between yourself and Ms. Kurczewski?
I guess I don't understand the question.
And you can stop publishing.
It's not the word I was looking for.
To the witness, please.
Testimony.
Answer the question.
It's a testimonial
As
to
you
the
look through those
mug's
messages briefly,
effectiveness.
Do you recall having that conversation with Ms. Kurczewski?
Yes.
Okay. And
Bits and pieces of it, yes.
understood. And in the midst of that conversation, you said it appeared to you or you recall trying to end the relationship with Ms. Kurczewski.
Correct.
And around that time, May 13th of 2018, you recall Ms. Kurczewski telling you something about Lynn Hernan.
Yes.
What was that?
That Lynn had overdosed on pills.
Okay. And did she say what happened as a result of Miss Hernan overdosing on pills?
That she was admitted into Freighter because she was in a coma.
And did she tell you anything else subsequent to that
Lies.
about Lynn recovering or anything like that?
It was about recovering. I don't understand.
Sure. So in May of 2018, you said Ms. Kurczewski told you that Lynn Hernan was in a coma after overdosing on pills, correct?
Correct.
Was there ever a time after May of 2018 that Ms.
I love
Kurczewski
it,
told
Greg.
you something along the lines of, hey, great news, Lynn is recovered, she's back home?
Jeff, leading.
Sustain, rephrase.
Did Ms. Kurczewski ever tell you any news or updates on Ms. Hernan's condition?
Yes.
What was that?
That nothing has changed with her condition. She was still in the hospital and in a coma. And that was it.
So that was in May of 2018. Yes?
Yes.
If we fast forward to October of 2018, did Ms. Kurczewski tell you any news about Lynn Hernan?
Yeah, that's in October of 2018 that she had passed away.
Where did you believe Lynn Hernan passed away?
In Freighter Medical Center.
And why did you believe that?
Because she was in a coma at Freighter.
Who gave you that information?
Jessy.
She
So
lied.
you believed between May and October of 2018 that Lynn Hernan was in a coma at Freighter?
Yes.
Wow.
Did Ms. Kurczewski ever tell you that was not true?
After the fact, after her arrest, on phone calls from the prison, yes.
So how is that how you first found out that entire story about the coma and Freighter was untrue?
No, that's not how I found out.
How did you find out?
I found out 2 days after Jesse's arrest from Detective Hoppy.
She doesn't seem to
Do
be
you remember
uncomfortable at all
looking
about
at,
it.
Messages between your, well, let me ask you this. Do you remember in August of 2018, did you and Ms. Kurczewski take any trips that you can recall?
Not that I can recall.
Okay. Did you look at any messages prior to testifying where you indicated to another person in your life that you were taking a trip?
Yes.
And where was that trip to?
Wisconsin Dells.
You recall who that trip was with?
Jesse.
And do you recall roughly what time?
I don't recall what time of day.
No, what time of year was that trip?
Oh, it would have been in,
Bad question.
I don't recall actually, in summer, possibly,
Summer of what year?
2018.
Did you and Ms. Kurczewski go to the Wisconsin Dells often, would you say?
No.
How many times do you think you and her went to the Dells?
We probably went once together personally, but there was a couple other times where my daughter had softball tournaments and we were maybe in that area.
On any of those trips, that whether they were just you and Ms. Kurczewski or for your daughter, did you bring Lynn Hernan along with you?
No.
Moving ahead to early
She
2019.
played him, didn't she?
You were still with Ms. Kurczewski?
Correct.
She played everybody.
In fact, let's back up for a second, because in May of 2018, you told us that you were trying to end the relationship with her, correct?
Correct.
You didn't ultimately end the relationship with her?
No, I did not.
Why not?
She wouldn't
a
let
few days
me.
later is when I actually found out the news about Lynn, and that seemed to be like a bigger thing to worry about at that time when she was going into the hospital. And I could tell Jesse was very distraught about it. So that's not the ultimate reason why we didn't, but I just kind of put it aside, let things go. And because it was basically just probably a frivolous type fight anyways, the more I thought about it.
Okay. And so your relationship continued?
Yes.
And in early 2019, were you and Ms. Kurczewski still living together?
Yes.
And did there come a time where she had a conversation with you about needing to go to the hospital?
Yes.
What do you remember about that?
There was a number of times that she needed to go to the hospital. So I don't remember any. There was a lot of reasons why she had to go to the hospital. Obviously to go and see her. Sometimes to go sign papers for medical delivery, things of that nature.
So if I understand you correctly, you're talking about Ms. Kurczewski needing to go to the hospital to visit Lynn.
Correct.
Was there ever a time in early 2019 where Ms. Kurczewski told you she had to go to the hospital for her own medical needs?
Yes.
And how did that go?
She was out with some friends. They went to another local pub to go see a concert, and she believed that somebody had drugged her and she wasn't feeling well, and she had to go to the doctor.
Did someone give you advice?
Or the hospital.
And how was she relaying this information to you?
Through text messages.
And did she ultimately tell you that the doctors had concluded something?
Yes.
And what was that?
They said that she ingested Visine.
Wild.
Did she use the word Visine or a different word? Do you remember?
Well, she said it was some medical tetra. I don't know the exact name, tetra something.
Okay.
Hydrozoline.
But in the end, she clarified that it was the chemical in Visine. So this chemical was in Visine.
And do you recall what month and what year that text conversation with you and Ms. Kurczewski occurred in?
I don't recall exactly, no.
Okay. Was it before or after Lynn Hernan's death?
After.
Do you recall what you were thinking as you were receiving these text messages about your girlfriend being poisoned?
I was very irate, very mad, wondering who could do this to her.
Had you personally ever heard about tetrahydrozoline or eyedrops being poisoning people?
No.
Did you know anything about it?
No, not at all.
Did Ms. Kurczewski in those messages tell you if it was serious or nothing to worry about?
She said it was serious, yes.
And you took it seriously?
Yes.
Did you try to take any action after she informed you that she thought she had been drugged?
Yeah, I was inquiring on who she was with, where she was afterwards, beforehand, trying to figure out who could have done something like this to her.
Okay, why were you asking about that?
Because I was very concerned that, if it was somebody, a friend of ours, I just wanted to get to the bottom of actually what happened to her, because it was a bad thing, obviously.
Did you ever get to the bottom of it?
No, I never did.
How did that situation resolve itself?
After a few weeks, it just kind of fizzled out, and it never really came up again, because I figured I wasn't going to find out who did it.
Laura says it's weird how the body can tolerate it through the eyes, but not the mouth. I think that, if I recall it, because I am a doctor, as we all know, one of my many hats. It's a vasodilator. What's the word? It opens up the blood vessels. Opens, closes, same details. But so in the eyes, what the fuck's going to have to remind me? Can't even remember. But basically, whatever it does to the eyeballs, Jaime, is what the fuck?
It's a vasoconstrictor.
Constrictor. So it closes up the blood vessels. That's why your eyeballs, when they're red, when it closes up the blood vessels, it takes away the redness. But in closing up the blood vessels to internal organs, this is a much more dire consequence. That's me. I'm just a GP. I'm not a specialist, but I am doing my specialty training right now. So that joke's lol. Thanks, Ms.
At any time between those text messages where she told you she had been drugged and her arrest on July 9th of 2019, did Ms. Kurczewski ever tell you that that wasn't a true story?
No.
Did you later learn it was not a true story?
Yes.
That would call for hearsay.
Overruled. His answer may stand.
Kukla.
Next question.
Thank you. And Mr. Craig, moving on to sort of my final points. You said the relationship ended when Ms. Kurczewski was arrested, correct?
Yes.
You also referenced receiving calls from her after she was arrested, though?
Yes.
If the relationship had ended, why were you continuing to take calls from Ms. Kurczewski?
Because I was very confused. I didn't know what was happening. Obviously, I was trying to figure out how any of this could have happened. I just wanted to hear what was going on her end of it. So that's why I was just trying to figure out what was happening.
And would she call you frequently from the jail or just once every great while?
For the first 6 months, it was about once a week. It kind of fizzled out towards the end of those 6 months. But
okay, let me stop you there. I'm going to pull up Exhibit 54, please.
It was a really shoddy
Mr. Craig,
explanation,
if we
but
play
we
that
got there.
first portion of the video, that first 1 minute and 38 seconds.
Oh no, not video.
Was there a way you knew you were getting a call from a jail?
I think it came up as depending on where.
Pause. So this was kind of contentious. Remember, they debated whether, like, the state was doing their best to not mention the fact that Jessy had prior convictions and also that she was incarcerated for some of this. But here we are. And while I'm paused, Shelley just placed an order for the brand new design on the amazingly already popular and established wide leg lounge pants. Thanks, Shelley Pokemon, for getting some true Miss Shorty true crime printed pants. Yay, you'll have 2 pairs now, not just one. Yay.
She was, but it came up as an unknown caller, or it would come up as Waukesha County Jail.
Was it Ms. Kurczewski's voice right away, or was there some sort of automated, almost robotic voice that you had to listen to first?
It was an automated message saying that there was a call coming from, and then it would be Jesse's voice saying Jessy.
Yeah.
Cipher.
Prior to doing that, I want to advise the jury that to the extent that you're hearing about testimony, Ms. Kurczewski may have been in custody or incarcerated or in jail. Please be advised that that does not have any bearing on her guilt or innocence and should not in any way be used against her, meaning used against Ms. Kurczewski when you ultimately deliberate. Do you still want to say?
Thanks, Judge Jenny D. Tony, you'll be pleased to know they're actually they're not a chat. Explain to him how the fabric and how they're not, unless you're a shorts in winter kind of a guy, then I got you. I get it. We also have shorts, just saying, on the merch store. And swimming trunks. Oh my God. Carry on, Judge. Carry on, court. Oh God, we're having a sidebar. I can talk about it. They're kind of like a jersey. They're a knit jersey. They're not fleecy. They're not thick. They're not flimsy either, the pants. They're very lovely and they're unisex. So and the most exciting thing we got other stuff to show you. Oh my God. There's more. Miss What the Fuck is behind the scenes, adding things and changing things even as we speak in the merch store. I love. Cool.
All right, go ahead, Attorney Sitzberger.
Thank you, Your Honor. And just for the record, Exhibit 54 is divided into two separate audio clips. The first one is from 0 minutes till 1 minute and 38 seconds. And if Mr. Valkenier could play that, please.
Oh God, it's Jesse's voice. Thoughts and prayers.
Call
Breathe.
808-261-86. In the ID 1488412. Date 2019 7/25. Time 170-549. Dialed number 14145871322. From station 10110. The time is 5. Please enter your PIN number.
My earballs.
Press 0 to make a prepaid. Your account balance is $25.51. The cost of this call will be 37 cents for the first minute and 37 cents for each additional minute, excluding taxes and other applicable fees. The time limit is 15 minutes. Hello, you have a call at no expense to you from an inmate at Waukesha County Jail. To accept this call, press or say 5. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time.
That's the sort of automated
Oh,
voice
thank God.
you would hear at the beginning of a call like this?
Correct.
And you had to accept that call, correct?
Yes.
You had the option to reject it,
Yes.
and you accepted it.
Correct.
You heard the human voice say the word Jesse, correct?
Yes.
Do you know that to be Jessy Kurczewski's voice?
Yes.
If we could continue on with the second audio clip, which is from timestamp of this particular file, 6 minutes, 44 seconds until 10 minutes, 5 seconds.
Oh, 4 minutes.
You really have nothing to say to me, do you?
No.
Greg, in that brief audio clip, did you recognize the two voices we've heard so far?
Yes.
And who are the two voices?
Jesse and myself.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, by Jesse, who do you mean?
Jessy Kurczewski.
Thank you. Your Honor, at this time, I'd move Exhibit 54 to evidence.
Exhibit 54 is received.
Thank you. And then I'd ask to continue playing that second audio file to its conclusion.
Granted.
Thank you.
Don't. What the hell you expect?
I don't understand why you're being this mean. It doesn't even make sense.
Ugh. He's crying.
God, I'm not being mean at all. I'm being what any normal human being would be in this situation. I don't know you, Jesse.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't.
Poor man.
Nobody makes up lies like that to their person they love. You don't love anybody.
I don't love anybody.
No, you don't. You don't lie to people. You don't lie to people and make up so many lies.
About one thing. One
No, it's not
thing.
one thing.
Our whole life was not a lie.
Yeah, I was.
No, it wasn't. How can you even say that?
Very easily, because you lied to me about something very serious. Then you told a bunch of other lies on top of that to my family about her being in the hospital and being brought back to life. You just kept making up more and more lies. You're diabolical. That's just crazy.
Amen, sir.
Crazy. I can't even believe it. Do you know what it's doing to my mind knowing that I was living with somebody like that?
Is continuing to be played.
Fuck
which is
off,
just
Kukla.
this witness's perception of things. These are not
Fuck off, Kukla.
statements of Jessy. There's a witness's impression. It's improper.
The exhibit was received without objection. The state may continue playing it.
Yeah, boy.
You may cross-examine on that.
And you never even skipped a beat. It didn't even bother you.
It didn't bother me. It bothered the shit out of me, Scott. There's a reason I didn't let you know this shit.
I couldn't tell. Whatever. I couldn't tell. There's no reason why you didn't let me know this shit. You should have let somebody else know, like the police or a mental institution or something. Not what the heck you did. It's just sick. It's so sick and disgusting.
It is so sick and disgusting.
You act like that was our whole 3.5 years together. And it wasn't.
Well,
You question everything, though.
Precedence over everything, trust me.
Thank
No,
you.
it doesn't.
Doesn't for you, Jesse, because you're not a normal person. It does for me.
You never once thought that I was keeping you from anything so you wouldn't know, so you wouldn't be a part of anything? So you wouldn't get hurt, so you wouldn't be involved?
Pause. Snap. She's basically admitting it. Diabolical fiend, right, Veronica? She said, did it ever occur to you that I was keeping things from you so you weren't involved? Girl. Fuck.
Hell, would I think anything even close to what was going on? I was told.
Oh
she's
my
in the
goodness.
hospital. Your
She
best
was
friend was
in the fucking hospital numerous times.
Well, not in a coma for 5 months. That's what you told me. So,
I know that's what I told you.
Yeah,
I told you
I
that
know.
to protect
That's
you
pretty
for a
disgusting.
reason.
That's pretty disgusting. That's a disgusting thing to lie about.
Mr. Craig, at the end of that audio file, did you hear Ms. Kurczewski tell you she was trying to protect you?
Yes.
Do you know what she meant by that?
Wow.
Overruled, he may answer.
Yes, he may.
In Jesse's mind.
The way it was phrased, he may answer.
No, I don't know what she meant by that at the time.
We do.
And throughout your 3 to 3.5 year history, did Ms. Kurczewski ever express to you that she was?
Pause. He's so cute. God, what's wrong with me? He's so cute, though. Look at his cute little face and his cute little tie and his little suit. Nick, thoughts on the suit? Let us know. I love it. I love everything about it.
Concerned about Lynn and her mental health?
Yes.
In what way?
She said that Lynn was a drinker. She used pills for medications. I don't know if they were prescribed or not. She was suicidal, things of that nature.
That was all from Ms. Kurczewski telling you that?
Yes.
You never got to meet Lynn, though, correct?
Correct.
I love it.
And again, as far as the pill comment, that led into Ms. Hernan having suffered a coma and being in the hospital, correct?
Sustained us to the form of the question.
Sorry. Mr. Craig, how did the pill comment specifically come up as it relates to Ms. Hernan?
As far as
Did Ms. Kurczewski just say, oh, she uses pills? Or was that the basis for Ms. Hernan's hospitalization, according to Ms. Kurczewski?
well, that was the reason that I was told that she was in a coma because of pills and alcohol.
You later learned that was not true.
Correct.
Calls for hearsay.
Okay, Kukla.
So overruled. The way it was asked is sufficient.
I'm sorry, could you just repeat your last answer, sir?
Correct.
Thank you, sir. That's all the questions I have.
Uh-oh.
Judge, could we have a lunch break now and begin the cross after lunch? It's not going to be done in 10 minutes or even 20.
God.
All right, that's fine. We'll take our lunch break then.
Good God.
All rise for the jury, please.
Nina, hi, good to see you. Steph says my high school math teacher looked like an overstuffed owl. Did he have super long legs or was it a she? Okay. We got anything outside of the presence of the jury?
Thank you. Be seated, sir. You can step down for now. Please be mindful you're still under subpoena, under oath, and subject to the exclusion order that I previously entered, okay? But you can step down and go back to the victim witness room. I do want to make a note or a record regarding the objection from the defense just now regarding the phone call. First of all, there was no objection when the state offered it, number one. Number two, context is important. The rule of completeness kicks in as well. It would be, obviously, the statements come in as against Ms. Kurczewski as a statement by a party opponent. Moreover, this witness is on the stand testifying regarding the phone call, not only with a rule of completeness, but I think best evidence as well as to what his impressions were at that time based upon his tone of voice and the questioning that was going on. He's also subject to cross-examination. So that's why I overruled that objection. Then we also had a sidebar at the request of the defense. It had to do with this witness's repeated reference to either jail or custodial status. The state had indicated at sidebar, that's why the state was trying to lead the subject through. I asked if the witness had been advised about my prior rulings, and the state confirmed it had. Obviously, the concern is we knew some of this would come up. Everyone, we've talked about this at prior court hearings. Obviously, want to limit any repeated references to her custodial status. I did give the limiting instruction. The defense appreciated that, but given my observation of his testimony, I indicated the state could lead on that limited topic in order to avoid any further or limiting further references. So I wanted to make a record of those things. Anything from the state as it relates to those things?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything from the defense?
No, I think you stated accurately. I was concerned because he had mentioned the word prison and he had also uttered the phrase multiple institutions. And so those two things concern the defense.
Understood. All right, then I want to start back up at 1:10. I think given the fact that our jurors don't leave and they're back there, I think I'm going to start shortening our lunch times to between an hour and 15 minutes. So
Yes.
just so that everyone can plan accordingly. I'm not in any way getting close to the time that the cafeteria closes for our defense team. I know last week, I think that was an issue. My apologies to that, although I wanted to get that witness completed, which was my goal and all of that. So, we'll shoot for around noon each day, give or take. It was a good stopping point. So thank you, Attorney Kukler. We'll see everyone back here at 1:10. We are in recess.
Oh, we're in recess. I was too busy typing. So there's a poll, chat. There's a poll to vote for a song break. Stephanie Blubbity Blah's Craigie, we're having spousal dispute here about Wizard of Oz not being included. I'll pop that in the next poll. Okay. Now, but I just said something about Ms. What the Fuck behind the scenes. So why don't we, while I scoot up through the lunch break, Ms. What the Fuck, why don't you share with Shorties what things we've done, we've done behind the scenes?
Absolutely. So behind the scenes, what we've been doing is making a few more additions. We have done... we have made an adjustment to the Miss Shorty music sock. So this is an oldie but goodie, but we've made it into the polka dot style. So if you had the old version, maybe you want to get the new version that has the polka dotted style. And the fun thing about this is that if you like the polka dotted style, then maybe you also want to get the polka dotted style of the Miss Shorty True Crime socks.
I love them.
Very, very cute, very fun. Just, we're going to put that shit on everything. Kind of like Red Hots or Frank's Hots, whatever that sauce is. And because we are putting that shit on everything, we also made a trucker cap. Because when you're having a bad hair day, or you're out in the sun, or you just want to make a statement, for me, it's because I didn't wash my hair. I throw on a hat.
Or if you cut your fringe too short, you know.
Yes, exactly. The trucker caps are the ones that have the mesh back with little
Yes, that's
ponytail.
what I've got. Adjustable, that's what I've got on. And it's got a little bit of, piping across the front there, you can see. Yes, very cute. They're lovely.
Yeah.
I have that when I get that one, it'll be my fourth shorty trucker cap and fifth cap in general, because I also have the Flex Fit shorty logo one that I wore last night. Yes. Thanks, Ms. What the fuck? Amazing. Ask and we shall receive. Shelley says, I love socks, but I only wear ankle ones. I'm not sure there's
look out for those. They're not currently available on Fourth Wall. However, if they do become available, we'll definitely see what we can do about adding those.
Also, lol, your jazz hands when you talk and your avatar pulses with jazz hands. It's very
jazzy.
Amazing. Yeah, very snazzy, jazzy, Kukla. All right. I've gotten us up to the end of the lunch break. Let's keep going. Make sure you vote on the song choice, and that will be on the 2-hour mark is what we usually do. So we will do that. Judge Jenny D's putting hand cream on Nick. She's making her hands soft for you to caress your flex back. Zoomed in just for you, Nico. I won't even scoot through. We'll just sit mesmerized while she this is what Nick's saying to Judge Jenny D.
Shawty, swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
And then this.
Well.
And she's going,
I hate that man. I truly hate him.
Sorry, Ms. What the fuck? And then
I have 2 words. Do it.
Issues because it's just the technology, but
I'd love
let's just
that.
do a test on both sides.
Shit.
I know Zach was in here testing the tables and there was a 6-second delay sometimes, but I can't account for why. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's get
ready
to rumble.
Oh, sorry. And then state your, if you want to check. Well, I'm not on the record yet, so.
oh no. Poorly planned by me. Goodness gracious. Here we go.
I intend during his cross-exam to go back and played
Or as they were before. Attorney Kukler.
Your Honor, we're going to begin the cross-exam of
Hi,
Scott
Britt.
Craig.
Good to
this
see you.
afternoon. The state played the jail call between Jessy and Mr. Craig, and during it, he provided opinions about what was going on in the case, and Jessy's that she's a liar and all sorts of negative things that he had to say about her. I intend during his cross-exam to go into the fact that the things that he believed about Jessy didn't come from Jessy, but
Pause justifiably negative things to say about his murderous, lying, treacherous, diabolical fiend of a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. For goodness sake, Kukla, get over yourself.
Came from
She's a piece
talking
of
to
shit.
detectives, and I plan to go into so that we can understand what was in his mind and why he thought what he did. I plan to go in the statements that detectives told him that led him to form those opinions.
All right. Any comment from the state?
All right.
I think it's an issue we have to take piece by piece as it comes in. There was certainly some of the same that I tried to ask about that was objected by Attorney Kukler as hearsay. So I'm somewhat surprised she wants to get into the same area she objected to me asking about. But again, I think it's something that has to be evaluated as it happens. I don't know that there can be a blanket rule that it's permissible or impermissible at this point.
This is only related to the jail call.
So normally, any statements attributed to another witness other than a party opponent would be hearsay unless offered for another purpose. Obviously, you can question this witness about the source of his knowledge. I don't think there's anything improper about that. I frankly would expect that. But are you telling me that you're going to ask with specificity what information he was provided by the detectives in this case?
Love you, Brent.
And I believe that's what the state was then indicating should be taken up piece by piece.
Yes, I mean, I would say with that blanket statement, I would object to it as hearsay. I think the jail call pretty clearly lays out that Ms. Kurczewski acknowledged that the one story of Ms. Hernan being in a coma for 5 months was untrue, and that was confirmed by herself in the call. So I guess it's hard to say because I'm not sure how far we're going with what the police told Mr. Craig.
I think sometimes it depends on how you ask the questions. If you say, did you have information that led you to believe? And was the source of that information the sheriff's department, Detective Hoppy, Detective Kohl, whatever the case may be? That doesn't call for hearsay. It's an acknowledgement. If the witness is asked to just narrate what the information was, I think I'll take it on a case-by-case basis. The state may object. The state may not object. I won't know, I guess, unless an objection is made, whether I need to rule on it or not. There could be many reasons why parties don't object to hearsay. Attorney Kukler, if there's another reason you'd be offering that other than for the truth of the matter asserted.
Right, for the rule of completeness as well.
Oh, good God.
Because of some of the things that are said in that call by Mr. Craig, it's unclear. It could be inferred that he heard those things from Jessy, and I'm not talking about the coma. I'm just talking about other things that he's suggesting that she was lying about, or that she's a liar about. The jury could be thinking that he heard this information from Jessy when it was not accurate. The information came via law enforcement.
The rule of completeness would refer to either a writing or a recording, where the rule of completeness would support the inclusion of, for example, showing a jury an entire recorded interview where parts have been redacted, if the parts that have been redacted would clearly relate to the context of something that came in or help explain. So the rule of completeness would not be what I would rely upon in this case. However, I'll take it on a case-by-case basis. I've already indicated I think some of this would be proper cross-examination.
I would say it also goes to the context of what was going on, Judge.
So, well, the context of the phone call or the context of the investigation?
The investigation.
Pardon?
I mean, you can tread lightly. I mean, you've already objected based upon the circumstances of the phone calls and being in custody. That's why I let Attorney Sitzberger lead the witness. So I think you kind of do that at your peril. Be careful what you ask for, because he may then give an answer that highlights that information. Obviously, you can lead him, as you know, so I would expect that you'll do that. I'll take it up piece by piece as need be. And if there's an objection, I'll rule on it. If I feel I need additional arguments, I'll excuse the jury. All right.
All right. All righty.
Then I put it on the record, but I've lost the use of my computer over the lunch hour.
Oh.
The screen is broken. I did not drop it. I'm trying to get a replacement computer.
Thank you. You indicated, because I
Objection
asked if
relevance?
there was a backup, and it sounds like you're.
Objection relevance. Objection boomer.
You have a backup at the office. Obviously, that's something that needs to be worked through, but it sounds like you at least have that. And then anything you thought you needed, you had the office email to Attorney Galaviz.
For this witness.
For this particular witness.
Correct.
All right. So let me know if we get to the next witness after this, which I hope we do, if there's a need for a short break, just to make sure you have everything.
Pause.
And, we'll work with.
Pause. Steph says, I just had a burger. Ms. What the fuck asked, was there bacon? And I think it's a more pertinent question to ask, was there cheese? Just say.
You as best as we can. We do have the flash drive that you gave us. So if that can be helpful in any way, plugging that into Attorney Galaviz's computer. I think that's the updated exhibits from your office today. Madam Clerk will make that available as well. So with that, then let's have the jury brought up then, Madam Clerk.
Thank goodness, Steph. And this is where we play this. Thank you for the. I can't find it. Is it the one that's called Gay?
Yep, I try to always train them.
Jeez, this. I'm sorry, what, Stephanie?
Mr. Craig, you can come on up.
Stephanie? I'm sorry, what? I don't even like cheese? Do I even know you, Stephanie?
Our whole
Just never mentioned. It's not the marriage is based on lies and misconceptions. I can't breathe. No, Steph says no, Lisa, I told you this in all caps. She's like, babe, I swear, I did tell you. Okay, listen, it's not a deal breaker. We can work through this.
You just would like to know.
I mean, is it too much to ask? Do I even really know the real you? Oh.
Talking like Dano as a potential suspect.
I'm gonna need a minute.
At all.
We're gonna work through it. I swear, Steph. I'm so sorry. I've ruined your safe place. I don't know, man. Betrayal is the worst. What about pizza? Sorry, this is important. What do you have? Do you have cheese on pizza? What about on burgers? What are we doing here? Where is the line drawn? I'm not sure. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I can breathe. It's fine. That's okay. You know what? I'll do anything for you, Steph, even if it's not like that. Actually, that's perfect. It means I don't have to share my cheese. Love it. Carry on as you were. And given that the jury's about to come in, rather than wait another 3 minutes and then stop the testimony, shall we go to the song break? Wait, I haven't checked to see. I have a feeling I know what won. If you haven't voted, now's your chance. I'm closing the poll. You'd have to be a couple of votes to win it, though. So shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. Now, it's a little bit of logistics. Oh, but of course, Ms. What the Fuck is behind the scenes, being the logistics queen. We've got Nick on the ready.
Now some music. The supreme leader decrees it.
We will be B. Grab a drink, go to the bathroom. Scene 3.
Shots fired, dodged a bullet. Holy shit, gon' get through it. Slam that door, why you surprised? Did you not think that I'd pull it? Shots fired, you drew first blood, and now we slipping in it. Drug my name right through the mud. Let's see who's gone with it. Shots fired, oof, bang, bang. Shots fired, just doing my thing. Shots fired, toe to toe. Shots fired, let's fucking go. Shots fired, it's game on now. Careening off its tracks. The roller coaster going wild. Get ready for some clap back. Draw your weapon, grab your gun, 'cause Cupid got us good. All's fair in love and war. They say it's a vibe, yeah, it's a move. Shots fired, ooh, bang, bang. Shots fired, just doing my thing. Shots fired, toe to toe. Shots fired, let's fucking go. Shots fired, does this mean war? Perhaps we should surrender. 'Cause it's established no one wins in love. The lightning
Yeah. Love. Love, love, love. Wait. We're back. We're back. Steel yourselves. It's time for some kukla. And I got cheese to not share with Stephanie. I forgot to have breakfast this morning. Yikes.
To the witness stand.
I will slow it down. Oh, no, it's this guy still. Craig. Scott Craig.
And if you need, there is water out there as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. First interviewed by the police, you had told them that you got that text when you were still at work. That was not correct.
I didn't know the exact timing of it when they asked me.
But it was when you were already at home.
I could have been at home. I could have been in transit. I'm not exactly sure.
You saw Jessy that evening, true?
I don't recall.
Do you remember telling the police that she was distraught and crying that evening?
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay, so then you did see her that evening.
Yes. That's what I said, yes.
You remember saying that now?
Yes.
Okay. You told the jury this morning about your home being ransacked.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ransacked.
And that was when law enforcement came over to execute a search warrant. That's what I understood, right?
Correct.
And that did make you upset.
Yes.
Because it really trashed your house, true?
Yes. I mean, no physical damage, but just everything was everywhere.
So the drawers were empty.
Correct.
Closets were going through.
Correct.
It was a big mess.
Yes.
You were mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
They were looking to see whatever they could find, that whatever they were looking for, you don't know, but they looked through everything.
Correct.
You'd agree that you never saw Visine bottles laying around your house.
Correct.
You never saw Visine bottles in Jesse's car, for example.
No, I did not.
And as far as you know, when the police executed a warrant, they didn't recover any Visine.
As far as I know, no.
You'd agree with me that during that, well, you were living together for how many years? 3?
Roughly 3 years.
A little bit longer?
Yeah, possibly a little bit longer.
You knew each other for 6 years.
Yes, we were acquaintances years prior. I knew that she worked at a local pub as a waitress. We never really spoke then, but I knew of her. Yes.
And then you dated and lived together.
Yes.
And your kids, you said this morning, like Jessy.
Yes, very much so.
She got along well with your youngest son.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How old was he at that time?
At that time, he was, I
How old is he
believe it
now?
was 2.
He was 2?
Yes.
You had him every other weekend,
Yes.
and Jessy would pick him up, for
Yes, she
example,
would.
do things with him.
Yes.
And you knew that Jessy and her mother Jennifer and Lynn, they were all old-time friends.
Yes.
You'd agree with me that Jessy saw Lynn much more during the last 6 to 7 months of her life than she had earlier in your relationship.
Yes.
When you were with Jessy, you never saw her making any what you would call extravagant purchases, true?
True.
But you all as a family certainly did buy some gifts, right?
Yes.
And you buy gifts for Christmas and birthdays, for example,
Correct.
for the children,
Yes.
and even occasionally for the ex-wife.
Yes.
You had a good relationship with her, true, the ex-wife?
Yes.
Objection
Mother of the
relevant.
children.
Yes.
Sir.
You mentioned this morning about gambling at the casino. That's one of those things that you and Jessy like to do.
Correct.
Basically, you go to Pewaukee, as I understand that.
That's correct.
Downtown Milwaukee.
Correct.
And you said that your gambling varied. Sometimes you might gamble $100, maybe another time it's $500.
Correct.
And you mentioned having won money on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and
Yes.
sometimes you lose money.
Correct.
Mostly.
And there were times that you won as much as, besides that 70,000 that you mentioned, there were times you won, for example, $6,000 or $5,000. Those kind of numbers happened also.
Rarely.
Correct. I would say, I don't specifically
Is it-
remember the
Sorry.
amounts, but
Sorry.
yes, we would win some money sometimes.
Oh my God.
The two of you usually play on slot machines?
Sorry.
Yes,
And did you have a player's card?
yes, I did for a short period of time. Yes,
And by that, I mean a player's card for Potawatomi.
correct.
And a player's card, would you agree with me, is something that you can ask the casino to issue you, and then you use it when you play there?
Correct.
And if you're playing at a slot machine, you would take your player's card and insert it in the machine before you put your money in.
Correct.
And then does the casino track your playing amounts?
Yes,
And then in return for that, you might get some rewards from the casino.
correct.
They might send you coupons in the mail, for example.
Yes,
They might comp you some meals.
yes.
And so you would typically use a player's card when you went to the casino, true?
Not all the time. Sometimes I would not use it.
And sometimes you'd use it.
Yes,
And sometimes Jessy had her own card, right?
I believe so. Yes.
And isn't it true that sometimes you would use Jessy's card?
I don't recall.
Do you remember telling the police that? Do you remember being interviewed by law enforcement on November 3rd, 2021?
Don't recall. No.
Do you remember being asked about whether or not you would ever borrow Jessy's player's card, or whether Jessy would borrow your card? Do you remember? Pardon me. Do you remember being asked about that?
I don't remember that. No.
Do you remember telling law enforcement that if you were playing together, we'd play her card or we'd play my card? Do you remember that?
There were times when, if we were playing the cards that evening, there were probably times that happened. Yes.
There were
If
times.
we were sitting next to each other.
Okay. So if you were sitting next to each other at a slot machine,
Yes.
is that what you're talking about?
Or if she was playing a machine, or if I was playing a machine next to her.
You might use each other's card.
If we were, I don't know that we would use each other's card.
Wait, okay. So you don't recall telling law enforcement that sometimes you would use her card, or sometimes you would?
I don't recall that. No.
All right, then permission to play that part of the interview, which we've marked as exhibit. Give me the exhibit.
Lisa, I don't understand what they're talking about to you.
Who?
This
These
player
people in court?
card. Yeah, the player
No.
card thing.
I don't understand any of it. I was just going to, fun fact, if you happen upon a higher rank player's card, as in if you find it, if it falls into your possession, you can use the parking lots behind the casinos in Vegas. Just saying, is that like if you happen upon a disabled thing for your car, you can park in the disabled spot? Shelley, I can't picture you scamming the system. Simi was like, I didn't realize you still had it sped up. I've been increasing the speed because it's unbearable. Imagine how bad it would be at normal speed. Shall we? Just for a moment. God, is your laptop working? Audacious of me to suggest that laptop's not working would be a boomer thing.
595.
Oh my God,
595.
Gavin, these nuts.
We're going to end step.
But sometimes, if we were playing together, we play her card, we play my card. So like that, sometimes we wouldn't play card at all.
That's normal speed, but that's him.
Kind of bad juju to play that.
Was that your voice?
Yes.
Do you recall that now?
I recall it now because you just played it.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Yes.
And so is that true that sometimes you'd play her card, sometimes you'd play your card?
Like I said, it depends if we were sitting next to each other and she was playing hers or I was playing my card. I wouldn't physically grab her card and play it. We would play together. So
you might one card might go in both machines.
yeah, it's possible.
Because you might be sitting next to each other.
Exactly.
And so it would be fair to say that the dollar amounts that were being gambled on one card or the other card might not be completely accurate as to the person, because you might have been sharing a card.
Correct.
Oh, here we go.
With regard to the big jackpot that you said you won in November of 2018, do you remember talking about that?
Correct.
Congratulations, that's a big amount. Did you tell Jessy to declare that? You told Jessy to declare that on her income taxes, isn't that true?
Correct.
And you're the one, though, that really won it, true?
We were playing together next to each other. I was the one who pushed the button. Yes.
It was your machine that won it.
Well, we were sitting next to each other. She was not playing. We were both playing the same machine.
Okay.
Had a couple next to each
That
other.
you were.
Same machine.
All right, and you're the one that had pressed the button
Yes.
and won the jackpot.
Correct.
You didn't declare half of it on your tax return, true?
I don't believe so.
Hannah, that's a terrifying thought. That's a terrifying
You
thought.
said that you tried to end a relationship with Jessy on May 13th, 2018. Do you remember talking about that?
Yes.
And to be fair, the day before, you and she had been in a kind of stupid arguments, right?
Correct.
And is it fair to say that you were upset because you thought that Jessy had told the people you were with that you liked somebody named Whitney?
Yeah, I do recall that.
And you were embarrassed about that?
I wasn't embarrassed. I was just more so angry about it and why this was even coming about, because it wasn't even something that was true. And it was kind of very childish.
I'm looking at your text message. It's all everyone was talking about last night. Absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah.
Just for the record, can we reference an exhibit number in line?
Exhibit 186. Page
Man.
3. Thank you. 186.
Yes, Simi. I was thinking the same
So you were
thing.
embarrassed.
Yes. I was a lot of emotions, I guess.
And that you and Jessy had been out drinking that night?
Exactly, Rachel.
Yes.
It sounds like an argument that happened after a night of drinking.
Yes.
Argument about somebody named Whitney.
Correct.
That's okay, I don't need it.
That's all they've got
And
is
then
pretty
af-
judge,
and
really.
that argument went on with text messages for some time, true?
Correct.
And at some point you told her to stay away from the house, right?
Correct.
And you told her that that you were going to call the police and report her as an unknown person.
Yes.
That you were going to pretend that she was a stranger trying to break into your house.
Well, I wasn't going to pretend that. I was just trying to keep her from my house.
Well, you told her that you were going to lie to law enforcement and say she was an unknown person, true?
Yes.
As you understood Jessy's relationship with Lynn, you understood it to be that Jessy was like a daughter to Lynn. Is that right?
Correct.
And you had been at Lynn's house at least after she died, right? You were at her condo?
Yes, I was.
You saw all the stuff that she had there?
Correct.
And when you were living with Jessy, at no time did you ever see at your house any mail or applications for credit cards, true?
Correct.
Oh. We need Georgia with her tabs.
And when you listened to earlier today that jail call that you had with Jessy, what was in your head that day was based upon information that you had received from law enforcement.
Correct.
Between Jessy's arrest on July 9th and that jail call about 10 days later or so, you had spoken to law enforcement and they told you certain things.
Yes.
And so the information that was in your head was from them, not from Jessy, true?
Correct.
So any information in your mind about any type of poisoning, for example, came via law enforcement.
Correct.
Just 1 minute, I'm going to check on everything. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Any redirect?
Wait.
Thank you. Mr. Craig,
Kukla said she was going to need way more than like 20 minutes because she wanted to go to lunch. Ma'am, you lied. I mean, thank God, but
Attorney Kukla just
Dirty
asked you, among
pause.
other things, if you ever saw at your house any credit card applications or mail. You recall that?
Yes.
Did Ms. Kurczewski use your house for a mailing address to your knowledge?
For her own personal use, yes.
Did she have another form of getting mail to your knowledge?
I was told that she had a PO.
You're sick?
Sustained.
Thank you. Like I said, to your knowledge.
Last part of the answer, I'll strike. Jury will disregard it. Please rephrase.
Thank you. To your knowledge, sir, did she have any other ways of getting mail? Not what somebody might have told you, but did you know of any other ways she was getting mail?
Jeff, is the knowledge, any knowledge came via hearsay?
Overruled.
She had a PO box.
Okay. And did you have access to that PO box?
No.
No. You just went through that sort of stupid fight you called it this morning, those text messages leading up to you trying to end the relationship, correct?
Correct.
Why were you so mad at Ms. Kurczewski for whatever it was about?
Just because I thought it was very childish, and just the whole situation was kind of childish, and it was a real nothing thing. And you know, when you're out with friends and everybody's talking about something that's really not even there, I was very angry about it.
Did you feel she was being truthful with that whole situation?
No.
And what do you recall? You told her to stay away from your house. I think Attorney Kukla asked you, recall that?
Yes.
Was Ms. Kurczewski respecting that?
I'm not sure if she was actually there or not.
Okay, what was she telling you?
She told me that she was at my house, but I don't believe I was there at that time.
Had you told her to stay away from your house at that point?
Yes.
You believe you told her once or multiple times?
I believe multiple times through texting.
Was it after those multiple times that the reference to calling the police was brought up?
Yes.
After those multiple times?
Yes.
You said that you did not see Ms. Kurczewski making extravagant purchases during your relationship, correct?
Correct.
If I direct your attention to the sort of beginning half of October 2018, did anything come to your house that you didn't expect?
There was some furniture that came to the house.
What was that furniture?
It was a bedroom set for my room and my daughter's room and my son's room.
So 3 bedroom sets?
Yes.
Had you discussed making such a purchase with Ms. Kurczewski?
It was mentioned a couple of weeks prior. She said that we need new bedroom sets, and I said we don't need that at all. I don't need anything like that. And then I came home from work one day, and all the stuff was in my front yard. The new furniture.
And you would agree that is something of an extravagant purchase?
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, I guess.
And did the conversation after you said we don't need any bedroom sets, did it ever get brought up again prior to you coming home and seeing those bedroom sets delivered?
No.
And were those bedroom sets delivered before or after Lynn Hernan's death on October 3rd?
I believe it was after.
Do you know how they were paid for?
I do not know.
Thank you, sir. That's all the questions I have.
Oh boy.
Anything else from the defense on this witness?
Generous, yes, Shelley, using Lynn's money that she had stolen, she had siphoned, she had pilfered, she had stolen from Lynn for months while she was slowly poisoning her. Come on, Kukla. What you
Thank you,
got?
sir. You may step down.
Boom. Blood money.
Any objection?
We have him under subpoena again, just as indicated earlier. We want
Fuck off.
at the close of the state's case.
Any objection to him being released from his subpoenas?
Yes.
Sir, you can step down. I'll address that at the next break.
Oh, Judge isn't happy. Judge is big mad. Thank you, sir. Thoughts and prayers.
Statement call its next witness.
The state calls Daniel Radloff.
Oh, we've got Abby. Whoop-doo-doo. Or maybe not.
Good afternoon, sir. If you would please make your
gonna
way
be-
to the witness stand. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand. My clerk, Teresa, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Please have a seat.
A goatee.
First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
Daniel Radloff, DanielRadloff.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you, Judge.
got the O.
Mr. Radloff, what do you do for work generally?
I'm a contractor.
Okay.
Goatee.
Do you
Hi,
know
Micah.
someone named Scott Craig?
Yes.
How?
He's my cousin.
Okay. Have you ever lived with your cousin?
Yes.
About how long did you live with Mr. Craig?
4 or 5 years, maybe.
Okay. During that time, did you ever come to meet someone named Jessy Kurczewski?
Yes.
And who was that?
It was Scott Craig's girlfriend at the time.
This bitch.
Did she live in the house as well?
Yes.
So about how long would you say that you lived with Mr. Craig and Miss Kurczewski?
Maybe
Too long.
Year and a half.
Was there anyone else living in the residence?
Scott's daughter and son, they lived there, but not full time.
Okay. In terms of the time that you were living in the household with Mr. Craig and Miss Kurczewski, what was everyone at that point in time doing for work?
I was still a contractor. Scott worked, I can't remember the name of his company. Jesse, I think, was a dental assistant at the time.
He's a slow talker.
Did there come a time when you questioned
Feels
Ms.
like-
Kurczewski's employment?
Yes.
Why was that?
I think that
there was days where things just didn't add up. I'd get up for work. Some days she would get ready and go to work. Other days I would come home at like 10 o'clock because it was raining, and she would be home when she was supposed to be at work. So then that's what made me think something was not right.
Okay. In terms of the amount of time that you were living there, did it seem like there was a certain time in the morning when Ms. Kurczewski had to leave to go to work every day?
I want to say around 8-ish.
Okay.
I feel like that's when she would leave the house most days.
What about other days?
Other days, she would take more time to get ready. She would leave, 9, 10-ish. But, from day to day, it was different.
Okay. When you say that she would get ready,
Oh, Galvanese nuts.
Can you clarify the time frame with the witness, please? So I'll sustain it for now.
about how long, you said that you lived with Ms. Kurczewski for about a year and a half?
Yes.
Was it every day during that year and a half that she would get ready to go to work in the morning?
Object to vagueness as to what year.
Well, was not asked. The witness can answer this question and then so overrule the objection.
Can you ask the question again, please?
Sure. So throughout the time that you lived with Ms. Kurczewski, did it appear that every day she had to get up and get ready to go to work?
No. Felt like it was very sporadic.
Okay. Did you ever learn that in fact she wasn't going to work on some of those days?
Yes.
When there's an objection, you have to wait to answer. So I'll sustain it, strike his answer. I'll sustain it as well due to vagueness as to the time frame we're talking about.
It's too much cheese.
Let's talk about the time frame. Do you remember, and this was many years ago at this point, right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you. When you first started living with your cousin, was Ms. Kurczewski already living there in the house?
No.
So there was a period of time when he wasn't dating her yet. Is that true?
Yes.
Do you recall about how long that would have been?
From when I moved in to when she moved in?
Right.
I would say about 3 years.
Okay. Do you remember when you moved out of the residence?
I don't remember the actual date.
Okay. Did you, in this case, become aware that a search warrant was executed at that residence in July of 2019?
No.
You don't know that happened?
Yes, I do know that happened. Okay. At the time, I did not know it was happening.
Understood. But using that as kind of a point in time in your mind, when that occurred, were you still residing in the house?
No.
Do you know about how long it had been since you were living in the house?
About a year.
Okay. So roughly, what would you say was the rough time that you were actually living in the home with Ms. Kurczewski and Mr. Craig then, in terms of months or years, if you can estimate that?
So you're asking me how long I lived in the house with her?
Like when on a calendar, when in time that would have been? 2015 or 2018?
I want to say 2018, but I'm not positive.
You testified you think it was about a year after you moved out that the search warrant happened?
Yes.
Overruled. Again, there's an objection. Make sure you wait to answer. His answer may stand.
So a year before July of 2019 would be July of 2018, right?
Yes.
Do you think that at that point you were living in the residence?
Objection as to what he thinks. We want to know what he knows.
Sustained is to the form of the question.
Were you living in the residence in July of 2018?
Yes, it's a long time ago, so my memory is not that good, but I want to say yes.
Okay. Nonetheless, did there become a point in time when you found out the defendant was actually just pretending to go to work every day?
Judge, objection is to hearsay.
Overruled.
Ooh,
Without saying what source of information it was, just his understanding.
Yes.
Who told you that?
Jesse.
Objection hearsay.
She.
Oh, party
Can I
opponent.
elaborate?
Yes.
What did?
It was, I think that she had known that I knew that she had not been working. And she told me one night when we were outside, it was just the two of us, that she had not been working for, I want to say 4 to 6 months, that she was lying about it.
Did she say
They're
why?
writing furiously.
No.
Was Mr. Craig there to hear this conversation?
No.
How was she pretending to go to work?
Judge, objection to speculation. How does he know?
I believe the question calls for his observation, so the objection is overruled. You may answer the question.
She would get ready in the morning, like I said. She would leave to go to work. She would come home at different times. There was no set schedule, I feel like, where it was a 9 to 5 job. There were times where she would leave to go to work and I would come home and like 2 hours later and she would be there. So that's what was throwing the red flags in my mind, that she was not going to work.
What would you see the defendant wear as she would leave the house for work?
Pause. Sorry,
Wear
sir. I say it every time, but when I see Jessy drinking out of the water bottle, I'm like, shit, that's wild. Given that that's what she put those 6 bottles of Visine in to Lynn's water bottle. And then Jessy's just sitting there chugging water in court. I don't know. I was like, whoa.
It was a
symbolism.
9 to 5 job. There were times where she would leave to go to work and I would come home and like 2 hours later and she would be there. So that's what was throwing the red flags in my mind that she was not going to work.
What would you see the defendant wear as she would leave the house for work?
Where would I see her?
What would she be wearing?
She would be wearing her scrubs or uniform that she would wear to work on a normal basis.
When Ms. Kurczewski told you that she was pretending to go to work, did that correspond with this amount of time where you would occasionally see her at the house when you thought she was at work?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if Mr. Craig was ever told?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you ever tell him?
No.
Okay. In terms of, I want to talk to you a little bit about the spending habits that you noticed while living with Ms. Kurczewski for a year and a half. What would you say? Do you know whether Ms. Kurczewski would buy, for example, food for the residents?
Yes, she would.
Was she helpful in that way?
Yes.
What about helping out with the kids?
Yes, she did.
Yikes.
Did she help with Mr. Craig's kids in ways other than buying things?
Yes.
Like how?
Picking his son up, bringing him back to the residence where he lived. She would watch him, do stuff with him, that type of thing.
Do you remember there being a point in time where a big purchase was made by the defendant for Mr. Craig's son?
Objection to vagueness.
Overruled.
You
may answer.
Yes, she did make purchases that I can remember. I know that there was a TV bought. There was furniture bought for his son. Big purchases, I think that was about it. I don't know of any other big purchases.
Did you have any idea how she was paying for these things?
No.
Okay. Were there occasions where you would be out in the evening with Mr. Scott and Ms. Kurczewski?
Yes.
What kind of stuff would you do?
We would go to the local bar that we hung out at, drink, have fun. Sometimes we would go to the casino. But that was pretty much the gist of me hanging out with the both of them.
Okay. When you would be, and again, this was all occurring in that year and a half that you lived with Ms. Kurczewski?
Yes.
Okay. So speaking specifically to that time frame, what can you tell the jury about Ms. Kurczewski's spending habits when you were out at the bar that you noticed?
It seemed like there was no end to the money that she had. It wasn't where we would go out. Most people would spend a certain amount of money and they would be done for the night. They couldn't afford to spend anymore. Well, with her, it was overwhelming. There was always money, a lot of spending at the bar, a lot of buying drinks for people, food for people, that type of thing. When we would go to the casino, like I said, there was no end to the money. It felt like there was just constant spending.
Yikes, Jessy. Look, she's pissed. Her nostrils are flaring.
When you say food at the bars, were the bars that you frequented places that had big kitchens?
No.
Okay, can you explain that to the jury?
It was more that we were at the bar. She would ask people if they were hungry. Of course, people are hungry at the bar. So she would order $200-300 worth of stuff from different restaurants in the area.
To be brought
to the bar to, so we could eat.
When that was occurred, did you ever see Ms. Kurczewski collecting money from everyone then?
No.
Did she ever ask you to pay her back money for food she bought you or drinks she bought you?
Typically, if she were to buy me something, I would try to pay her back. If I didn't have money, she would just tell me, don't worry about it.
The bars that you were at, did they have machines that you could gamble on inside?
Yes.
Did you ever see Ms. Kurczewski using those machines?
Yes.
Do you know if those require money to play?
Yes.
Did you observe what kind of amounts of money the defendant was using at those kind of machines?
No.
Okay. You said there were times that you went to the casino with Ms. Kurczewski and Mr. Craig?
Yes.
About how often do you think that occurred?
Once a week.
Okay.
Gambling. Wow.
Do you remember during those occasions at the casino where the group would be up a lot of money consistently?
Tough question to answer. Depending on the day, gambling is one of those things where, you know, some days are good, some days are bad. There were multiple times where I saw Jessy or Scott, you know, hit a nice chunk of money, but, you know, there were so many times we were there that I can't tell you exactly the amount of money.
Sure.
Shelley, she basically was poisoning Lynn slowly over the months and keeping her incapacitated with illness, in and out of hospital, gastrointestinal issues. She had ulcers in her mouth. Anyway, and when the money was all gone, once Jessy had meddled with the will, the last will and testimony, or had Lynn in her state of being what's the word? My brain malleable. So Visine is like, it can be a date rape drug kind of thing. Once she'd got all of that stuff signed off and sorted, she finished her off. Terrifying. So she was still doing like bait and switch shit with the money and the wills and selling off all. I mean, but these people don't have long range sort of planning and foresight. They just live in. She probably would have flicked to the next con, frankly.
At the casino, are there ways to get money if you want to take out more than would be like on an ATM limit?
Yes.
What is that way?
I think that you can go up to the cash register and you can pull money from them. I think you can write a check.
Speculation. Again, he thinks. We want to know what he knows.
Overruled. You may question him on cross.
It's just.
So you said you think you can go to the cash
I'll
register, and then how do you get money from there? You know.
I have never went to the cash register to pull money out, but I'm pretty certain that you can go there and write a check and they will cash it for you, or you can go up there with your ATM card and get more money out than you can at the ATM.
Did you ever see Ms. Kurczewski use that system?
Yes.
In terms of how much money Ms. Kurczewski would be taking out or spending at the casino, do you have a recollection of that?
I have a recollection of one night that she went to the cashier and she came back with $3,000.
Do you ever remember being in a house and Ms. Kurczewski kind of complaining about money or not having money to spend on all these things?
Never.
Did you think that was consistent with what you knew of her employment?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Hi, Tuzia. Good to see you. You need to tell me how to pronounce your name so I say it properly.
Did you ever know Lynn Hernan?
No.
Had you heard of her before?
Yes.
From who?
Jessy.
And who did you think that was?
A friend of her family's.
Okay. Did you ever meet Lynn Hernan?
No.
Okay. Did you know where she lived?
Somewhere in Pewaukee.
When Ms. Kurczewski would talk about Lynn Hernan, what would she say about her?
She said that she was sick and that she was dying and in the hospital. That was pretty much about it.
Would there be times when Ms. Kurczewski would have to leave the house because of Ms. Hernan?
Yes.
Can you describe that to the jury, please?
The bigness. How would he know where he's going when Jessy left the house?
Overruled. He may answer.
She would get a phone call saying it was the hospital and that she had to go to the hospital to either.
Sorry, sir. Interesting how many objections. I mean, it's very much it's a signifier, isn't it? How many objections they're making. This testimony doesn't help their client. No, sorry.
Sign papers or talk with the doctor about Lynn's condition. That's what I was told.
Did Ms. Kurczewski ever tell you what hospital Lynn was at?
No.
Okay. At some point, did you find out that Lynn Hernan died?
Yes.
Okay. Remember earlier when we talked about the discussion that you had with Ms. Kurczewski about her pretending to work?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Was that discussion before or after Ms. Hernan died?
Before.
Do you know if you were still living in the residence when Lynn Hernan died?
No, I was not.
Okay.
Oh, Lainey, it took me a minute Cars and bars. Yes, cars and bars. Wisconsin.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Oh,
All right, thank you, Cross.
shit.
Thank you, Judge.
God, it's Galvany's. Galvany's nuts. God help us all. Yikes.
So, Mr. Radloff, is it safe to say you don't know exactly the months and years you lived with Mr. Craig and Jesse was in the house, do you?
No.
You can't give this jury an exact time frame, correct?
I can tell you that it was a year prior to Lynn's death that I did live there, and the 5 years prior to that.
So that would be from 2012 to 2017?
Yes, I want to say 18.
Well, you heard that Lynn Hernan died October of 2018, correct?
Yes,
And you moved out a year prior to that?
yes. So it must be 17.
Oh, you got him. Galvany's nuts.
So when you would see Jesse dressed in scrubs, that was in 2017, 2016, correct?
Yes,
So that doesn't help your client. That just means she was lying.
And I take it
For
you were
longer?
working full-time?
yes.
Is that Monday through Saturday, Monday through Friday? What's your schedule?
Every day of the week.
Monday through Sunday? And your times was 12-hour days?
No, it ranged depending on the weather, depending on our job. Every day is different. I would say anywhere from 6 to 8 hours I would work a day.
12-hour days.
And you had a conversation with Jesse where she said she was pretending to work, correct?
Yes,
And this conversation occurred in 2016, 2017 while you were still at the residence.
yes.
Oh my
And
God,
you
it's
never
on
told
1 point.
your cousin
What?
Scott about it?
1 point, not enough. 1 point, not enough.
And you said the way gambling is, sometimes you win a lot of money, sometimes you lose a lot of money, correct?
Yes,
Sometimes you win a little bit of money, or sometimes you lose a little bit of money, correct?
yes,
And is it safe to say when you win a lot of money, you like to spend it?
yes.
Is that too
You
fast
like
for
to
you?
spend it going
Let
to
me
bars
know.
and buying people drinks?
Pause. 1's in the chat if the speed's okay. 2's in the chat if it's too fast for you, and I can pull it back a bit. It's just his pauses are so long between each question.
That is for each person to decide.
Fair enough. And when Jesse was at the casinos, Scott Craig was usually always with her, correct?
It's fine for my
As far
ears,
as I know,
but
yes.
I don't want you to be
And when Jesse went to bars,
scrambling.
her boyfriend, Scott Craig, was with her, correct?
Not always.
Can you elaborate?
We had a lot of friends at the bar that were my friends, Jesse's friends, Scott's friends. If there was a night that Scott didn't want to go to the bar, Jesse would go by herself. There was nights that, just me and Scott would go and Jesse would stay home. So they weren't together all the time.
And there were times where you and Jesse just went to the bar?
Maybe once or twice.
So that was rarity. If ever, you and Jesse went to the bar together, correct?
Yes.
Wonder if he ever boned Jesse. Eee. Gross.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any redirect?
No, thank you.
All right,
Oh, how
go ahead and
exciting.
Step down.
Oh, that was short and sweet. Galvanese.
objection?
Galvanese
No,
nuts.
thank you.
No objection? All right, thank you, sir. You are
Oh,
released from your subpoena.
he's released from his subpoena. Amazing.
Statement called next witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would call Jacqueline Gerlowski.
Oh, is this guy? Paisley tie guy? Yo. And I'm being, or is it Abby? Abby
Good
Legalai.
afternoon, Ms. Gerlowski. If you would please make your way to the witness stand, which is on my right, all the way to the front of the courtroom. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand, and my clerk, Teresa, who's on my left, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're
Ooh.
about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth? and
Look
nothing
at her
but the truth, so help you God?
sleeves.
Thank you. Please have a seat.
Fabulous.
First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
Jacqueline, Jacqueline, Gerlowski, Gerloski.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Gerlowski, how are you employed?
I work at Fiserv technology company.
Yeah.
I'm vice president there in the legal
organization.
Ms. Gerlowski, do you know an individual named Scott Craig?
I do.
How do you know him?
He's my ex-husband.
Okay. Do you know an individual named Jessy Kurczewski?
I do.
What is
Wait.
the relationship between?
So Jesse's boyfriend at the time, his ex-wife is this lady. Look how like not skanky she is. Dirty paws, sorry, lady. Whew.
Between Mr. Craig and Ms. Kurczewski?
Currently, or
let's say back in 2018.
they were dating.
Okay. Are you friendly with Mr. Craig at this point?
Yes.
Were you friendly with Mr. Craig back in 2018?
Yes.
Fair to say during that time frame, you were still talking to Mr. Craig, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you and Mr. Craig have kids?
Yes.
How many kids do you have together?
3.
Sorry.
Are they involved in sports or other activities?
They're all adults now.
Okay. When they were younger, were they involved in sports or other
Yes.
activities? During those
They go-
activities, say around 2016, did you meet a Jessy Kurczewski?
Yes.
Okay. What was your impression of her at that time?
Gross. Gross. She's
I thought
gross.
she was nice. I think the first time we met was at a fast pitch softball game, and I didn't have much more. I mean,
So would you interact with her at those games?
Yes.
In your experience with Ms. Kurczewski, was she good to your children, Scott's children?
Yes.
So I want to change the topics here a little bit here. With your and Scott's relationship, would you guys get each other Christmas gifts or birthday presents?
No.
Okay. What about, like, say for Mother's Day or Father's Day, would you guys get each other presents for those occasions?
No, our kids were old enough that they would buy their dad something if they wanted to borrow money. Like our youngest, I would borrow her money to get dad something, or from the school fair or whatever. But he always had gifts, and they were typically from the kids.
I want to direct your attention to Mother's Day, for instance, here. Did you
yes.
receive a gift from
Talking
Jessy
about
Kurczewski on Mother's Day?
Weird.
Can you tell the jury what that was?
Check the vagueness at the time.
Overruled. I received a delivery of a dozen roses, and my youngest, my 4th child with my new husband, was already born. I remember that. And the card was from all the kids. So Alex, Dominic, Bella, and Violet. And there was a gift card for $100 for a spa gift card. And I was taken aback because I had already gotten gifts from my kids.
Because what
And
the fuck?
my husband was also like, wow. And that was not the normal behavior from my ex-husband, even when we were married. So I called him and I said, well, thank you for this. Because I said to the kids, what is this? And they said, oh, I'm sure it was from Jessy. And so I called Scott and he goes, you know Jessy. And I said, well, thanks. It was weird, but a nicety. Weird, but weird.
I want to direct your attention now to like the Christmas time. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. Would Jessy get your children gifts?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury a little bit about those gifts?
So they had very good Christmases when Jessy was there. They always had good Christmases, but they had Christmases that were plentiful. So we did not, we had our kids very young. So we were young. We didn't have a lot of money. And we got them a lot of gifts, but it was small gifts. So they had a lot to open. That was always important to my ex-husband. But when they had Christmas with Jessy and Scott, it was multiple pairs of very expensive shoes or electronics or a combination of all those things. And so they would have Christmas Eve at their dad's, and then they'd come back to my house Christmas morning and tell me everything they got. And I thought, why did I even buy anything? They got so much, like what? That's weird. And that wasn't normal behavior before Jessy. She was a gift giver.
With other people's money.
At
Lynn's
some
money.
point during this time frame when Jessy was with Scott, was your daughter Alex overseas?
Wow, he talks slow.
Was she studying overseas?
She had graduated from UW-Madison and was going to travel abroad and then teach in Thailand for the last 6 months. Or last year, she was traveling for 18 months.
Were you planning to go see your daughter?
No.
At any point, did Jessy offer to pay for a flight to Thailand?
She did. And it was probably because I was saying how much I missed her, or I can't really remember how that unfolded, but I remember the offer. And when she offered, I thought to myself,
you're not even working. Like, how are you offering to pay for me to go to Thailand, which I, of course, would never accept and did not. But it was very odd to me. And then I always thought she just had a credit card spending problem. Like, I couldn't rationalize in my head how she could afford what she could afford. But again, most of it was for my kids. And I thought, well, it's none of my business. I mean, I didn't say anything or.
Ms. Gerlowski, have you heard the name Lynn Hernan before?
I have.
Did you hear that name from Jessy Kurczewski?
Yes.
In what capacity would you hear about Lynn Hernan from Ms. Kurczewski?
I think the first time that I heard about Lynn was when she was ill and in the ICU, because I believe that spanned over a summer that we were together almost every weekend for pass pitch. So, and we sat together at those tournaments.
Did she talk to you about Lynn's health issues?
Not in detail during the games. It was just, I think, how's Lynn doing? And it wasn't anything in grave detail other than she's still in ICU. And I recall the kids saying that to me as well.
Did she ever get into detail about why she was in the ICU, if you recall?
Jack should ask an answer.
Overruled. She may answer.
I can't recall if we had that conversation or not.
During that summer, do you recall having a conversation with Ms. Kurczewski about a do not resuscitate order with Lynn?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury about that conversation?
So I pulled up to my ex-husband's house to either drop off or pick up my daughter, my youngest. And Jessy came out to my car and was frazzled, was upset. And she said, I can't believe it. Freighter did not, I can't remember the exact words. It was something to the effect of, they brought Lynn back to life. She had a do not resuscitate and they brought her back to life. Is there anything I can do? And I said, I don't know. Do you have an attorney? Maybe get an attorney? And it was just odd. It was an odd conversation. And I think I advised her to get an attorney. And she said that she would, or she had one, but it was a very odd conversation.
Ultimately, did you get any follow-up from Jessy about what happened with the hospital and the do not resuscitate?
Yes. So I can't tell you what the time period was, maybe a few weeks, maybe a month. She had said that they settled with Freighter and Freighter agreed not to charge Lynn for any of her stay after that day. And in my mind, I said that would never happen. Nothing happens that fast with a company.
Pause. I'm getting Karina Kolakithis vibes from this glorious lady. Anybody else?
Like Freighter. But I didn't engage and say, well, that's not true. Like I was like, oh, well, I'm glad you guys settled it. And that was it. I mean, my conversations were limited
here too.
But that was also very weird.
Thank you, Ms. Gerlowski. I don't have anything else.
Any cross?
Yes, Judge, just a few questions.
Oh, thank God, it's only a few. Galvany's nuts.
Ms. Gerlowski, you indicated that Jessy was a nice person, correct?
Yes.
She treated your kids great, correct?
She treated them very good.
When you and Scott would have the kids every other weekend?
Every other week.
And this started when? What year?
Jeez. We got, you mean when we got divorced? 2010, I think.
Well, again, you have three kids with Scott, correct?
Yes.
And back in 2016, how old are they?
Oh boy.
Can you give me the name of your three kids?
Alexandria, born in 1994. Dominic, born in 1995. Isabella, born in 2003. And math is not my forte.
That's okay. So your youngest, how old was Isabella when you met Jessy? If you can remember.
Well, if I met her in
Objection
2017, we started
relevance.
dating. Would somebody say yes to that so I can do the math in my head? It might take a while.
From your memory. From your record.
I think she was 10. 2003, she was born. 13.
Oh, that's okay. Who's the child that was in fast pitch?
Isabel.
So Alexandria and Dominic, they were like young adults.
Tim.
Yes.
Come on, Tim.
Alexandria was studying abroad during that time?
I believe so. She graduated Madison December of 2016.
These people talk slowly.
And left the January after December. So she left in January of 2017.
And Dominic must have been in high school or graduated from high school?
What year?
2017.
So he was in UW Eau Claire in his last year. He graduated in December of 2017.
So the only child that you were exchanging with Mr. Craig was Isabella?
That's correct.
And I think you trusted Isabella in Jesse's care.
Absolutely. I never would have let her be there if I didn't.
The Christmas that Scott and Jesse got your kids or child expensive shoes. Do you remember what Christmas that was? 2017?
I could only guess. I don't know.
The year you got the $100 spa gift. Do you remember what year that was?
Well, my youngest child was born in March of 2017, so she was alive. But it had to be 2017 or 2018.
The year that you're meeting Jesse for fast pitch softball, I think you said it was. What year was that?
I don't recall.
Did you meet with her often for fast pitch softball?
We sat together. So if they had chairs up, my husband and I would put our chairs by them, or vice versa. If we were there first, they would come and set their chairs next to us.
And I take it she went there with Scott to see your child play fast pitch.
Yes.
And that was the only reason she went there, to see your child play fast pitch, right?
I would assume so.
By her demeanor, did she appear to enjoy watching your child play?
Yes.
Ooh, relevance. See, just was
Regarding
nice.
This trip for offer to pay your ticket to go to visit your daughter overseas, did you tell Scott about that?
I don't recall.
So you found it strange, but you didn't tell Scott about it, correct?
He may have been there when she offered. I can't really remember. It was a long time ago.
Thank you.
Any redirect?
No, I'd be asking that you be released from Christina.
No objection.
Thank you, ma'am. You
Oh,
may step down and you're released.
amazing. Oh, that was me.
Statement calls next witness, please.
State calls Alex Craig.
Another Craig. Alex Craig. These are easy names.
Good afternoon. If you would please make your way to the witness stand, which is all the way to the front. It is up a riser. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand. My clerk, Teresa, who's on my left across from you, will swear you in.
The daughter.
You solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
100% from
Thank you. Please have a seat. Thank you.
This is the adult
First thing
daughter.
I will have you do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
Okay. Alexandria Craig, ALEXANDRIA CRAIG.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you, Judge.
Pretty.
Ms. Craig, are you working right now?
I am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm in corporate philanthropy.
Could you tell the jury where you went to college?
Yes, I went to the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
When did you graduate from there?
December 2016.
What did you study?
Biomedical engineering.
Who is your dad?
Scott Craig.
Okay. What about your mom?
Jacqueline Thompson, now Gerlowski.
So
Oh, I love her.
when you graduated in December of 2016, what did you do next in your life?
I hard pivoted and moved to Thailand.
Okay. Was that right away still in 2016?
No, I stuck around for a little bit in 2016 in December, took a trip to Spain and Italy, and then came back for a couple weeks. January 2017, I left and moved to Southeast Asia.
In January of 2017?
Yes.
Okay. What were you doing in Thailand?
I was a teacher.
Okay. How long did you live there?
Almost a year.
At some point in time, did you meet Jessy Kurczewski?
I did.
Kind of within the timeline that we've already laid out, when do you think that you met her?
I remember at least being around her in December of 2016, that Christmas, and at my graduation.
Okay. Have you ever, at any point in time, were you ever living with your dad and Miss Kurczewski?
No.
Okay. So what was your impression of Miss Kurczewski when you met her kind of around your graduation that year in 2016?
She seemed kind, generous, candidly annoying, but a nice enough person to be with my dad.
Okay.
Oof. Jessy.
Did you spend a lot of time at the home where your dad lived?
When?
Before you lived in Thailand?
No.
Okay. When you graduated from Madison, were you living in Madison?
After I graduated, I moved back home and I was living with my mom before I left.
Okay.
Yikes. Harsh but fair.
Once you
Harsh
were in
but fair.
Thailand, did you keep in contact with your family?
Yes.
How did you do that?
FaceTime almost every single day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did that include with your dad, Scott?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Were there occasions when you would also speak with Miss Kurczewski while you were in Thailand?
She would be on the phone in the background, but I never
No, thank you.
desired to speak to her directly.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, thank you.
During that time, were you also keeping in touch with your mom?
Yes.
Did you miss her?
Yeah.
Okay. Did your mom ever come visit you in Thailand?
No.
Do you know whether, do you recall a conversation where that came up, having your mom visit you?
Judge, I object to relevance.
Good God. Coming from you, sir? Coming from you, Galva
Overruled.
Dees.
You can answer.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Do you recall a discussion that involved whether your mom would come visit you in Thailand involving the defendant?
Judge, I object as to hearsay.
Overruled. Answer the specific question about whether there was a conversation first.
There was a conversation and I was a part of it.
Was that a remote conversation?
Remote as in over the phone?
Right.
From what I recall, yes.
Okay. Do you remember when the conversation happened? Were you already in Thailand?
I don't recall.
Okay. Was Ms. Kurczewski involved in that conversation?
Yes.
What did she say about it?
Irrelevant.
She had offered to fly my mom out to Thailand to see me.
Wild.
In 2017, if you had to estimate what a plane ticket to Thailand cost you, what would you say?
Round trip, at least $800 to $1,000.
Okay. Was that offer from Ms. Kurczewski consistent with other spending you had seen her engage in?
Yes.
Could you talk about that for the jury, please?
Yes. She was a very generous spender and gift giver. She would always be offering to buy things to, we would be out to eat and she would want to pick up the tab or offer to get things for us, things even we didn't really need, but was just seemed very overly generous. I'll say that.
Interesting when you say she was nice. Well, not well. When this lovely Alexandria says she was nice but annoying. So here's Jessy overcompensating, trying to buy people's friendship because without that, she's just nice and kind of annoying. There you go.
Even directly to you?
In ways, yes.
What about, like, let's talk about holidays, for example. How would you describe holidays that involved Ms. Kurczewski?
Yes, they were always very over the top. We come from a working class family, so we like holidays and we tried to do, as growing up, do our best and have a lot of presents under the tree. But the Christmases, Jessy was a part of, they were always a little bit more extravagant with more extravagant gifts than we're used to, or the Easter baskets were much fuller or things along those lines where I could tell that it was not just my dad that went and spent that money. It was Jessy spending money. And I had believed it was because she, wanted to have us have good holidays.
Okay.
She was
During
buying your
these
love,
times,
girl.
what was your understanding of what Ms. Kurczewski did for work?
I had known that I had thought that she worked at some type of clinic, dental clinic or medical clinic.
Do you recall Ms. Kurczewski having a consistent job throughout the entire time you knew of her?
Jack, this witness was never living in the house.
Overruled. She may answer. You can cross on that.
I don't recall.
Did you ever have an understanding of the source of the money being used to buy these gifts and things?
Big relevance.
There's no objection
I had
vague.
an idea, but it wasn't something that was concrete.
Is there?
Did Ms. Kurczewski ever tell you anything about where she would get money to spend?
She had mentioned she had a family friend that gave her money, but I did not pry.
Keep writing,
Do you recall
Jessy.
ever hearing about someone named Lynn Hernan?
Yes.
Who told you about Lynn Hernan?
Jessy.
Do you know about when that would have been?
When I returned from overseas around April, May 2018. So it was during that summer where I started to hear more about Lynn.
And what were you being told about her?
I was told that she was very, very sick. That was a friend that Jessy was taking care of, and that consumed a lot of Jessy's time, and that she was taking care of her sick friend.
Do you know where Lynn was located?
I knew that she had lived in Pewaukee.
Okay.
Pewaukee.
Would there be occasions when you were at the house and Jessy would have to go to care for Lynn?
Yes.
Do you know where she was going to do that?
I remembered that she either was going to the hospital at the times she had mentioned Lynn was in the hospital, or she was going to Lynn's residence in Pewaukee.
Okay. Do you remember what hospital Ms. Kurczewski told you Lynn was at?
I believe it was Freighter, but I can't be 100% sure.
Regardless, do you remember Ms. Kurczewski telling you why Lynn was at a hospital?
She had said that she was sick, had depression, had liver disease. I believe that was the extent of it.
Okay. Do you remember the defendant telling you about a do not resuscitate?
I don't object to the name that the prosecutor's given to my client.
What? Sustained. Please rephrase. Do you recall Ms. Kurczewski telling you about a do not resuscitate involving Lynn Hernan?
Yes.
She's
What did she say about that?
That's weird.
She had said that Lynn had a do not resuscitate order, that the hospital resuscitated her against those wishes, and that they were going to sue the hospital or something along those lines.
Oh, God. She's
Did
laughing.
Ms. Kurczewski ever talk to you again
was
about that
delight.
topic?
Yes, she had brought it back up and again said, and I'm paraphrasing, said something along the lines of the case was settled. They're paying her medical fees.
Who's paying whose medical fees?
Sorry, that the hospital administrators are going to be paying Lynn's medical fees and her remaining stay in the hospital because they resuscitated her against her wishes.
At that point in time, what was your understanding about the length of time Ms. Hernan had been in that hospital?
My understanding was limited. I had thought a couple months, but again, the topic seemed to upset Jessy, so I did not pry.
Okay. Could you give the jury an estimate about how much time you think passed between Ms. Kurczewski mentioning the do not resuscitate and then the settlement?
I can't recall.
Okay.
That's what guilty people tend to do, is to surround themselves in overly emotional displays to make them unavailable to questioning. If they, if they're sobbing and crying or freaking out, or like Alex just said, she seemed upset by it, so I didn't ask her about it. People generally don't want to upset someone else, and if someone's being overtly upset, like in a questioning situation, an interview situation, it's very hard to ask them serious questions to get any sensible answers because the person is being hyperbolic. It's a very good tactic of
Did
manipulating.
there become a point in time when you found out Lynn Hernan died?
Yes.
Was that in October of 2018?
Effective.
Yes.
Where were you
No,
living at
sir.
that point in time, generally?
I was still living at my mom's.
Okay. Do you remember talking to Ms. Kurczewski about how Ms. Hernan died?
I don't remember.
Okay. Did you ever go to a residence in Pewaukee that you believed was Lynn Hernan's residence?
Yes.
Who did you go there with?
Jessy, my dad, and my friend Danielle.
Okay. Would that be before or after the death?
After.
Why did you go there?
My friend Danielle and I were moving into an apartment, and we were really excited. And Jessy had brought us to Lynn's apartment to procure any items that we would want to take from her.
Ugh, gross, Jessy, gross.
Did you ever met Lynn Hernan before she died?
No.
Did you ever go to any kind of funeral service for Lynn Hernan?
No.
Did you know why Ms. Kurczewski offered to bring you to that condo?
She knew that we were moving into a new place and that she had said Lynn had a lot of items and things that she was going to sell anyways in an estate sale, and that anything that we wanted for our own apartment we could have. So I think it was an offer trying to be generous and save me some money.
Did Ms. Kurczewski seem to be handling quite a bit of the estate at that point?
Yes.
Did Ms. Kurczewski tell you why she was so involved in it at that point?
Yes, she had mentioned she had some kind of power or that she was involved in the estate in some way.
Very.
Did you have a lot of details about that?
No, I didn't ask too many questions.
Do you remember taking anything from the residence?
Yes.
What was that?
A entertainment stand, some shelving units, I believe a washer and dryer, and there might have been a few other things as well. Those were the big ones.
Okay. I want to ask you a little bit more about your dad's relationship with Ms. Kurczewski. Prior to the relationship, did you know your dad to be a frequent gambler?
No.
Once the relationship began, did you notice there was more gambling that went on? Overruled.
Oh, coming from you, sir.
What kind of things did you notice?
That they would be going to the casino more, or he would be going with her more. That, you know, when I would meet them out at a pub or a restaurant, that there'd be more gambling then to pull tabs, slot machines, stuff like that.
So she's a reckless spender and influences people around her to spend recklessly. Piece of shit. She's got a lot of
Do you
mental
ever
health
remember
issues.
Mr. Kurczewski telling you why Lynn Hernan died or how Lynn Hernan died?
She just had said she was very sick and succumbed to her sickness, I would say.
Totally, Nina. Totally. I was going to say, I wonder if she's still got any of that
That's all I have. Thank you.
Any cross?
stuff. I bet
Just a
she
few questions,
doesn't.
Judge.
Go ahead.
When you
God help us all.
use the
Help me.
word succumb, that's your words, correct?
Yes.
The Thailand trip, that never occurred, did it?
What?
The Thailand trip, that didn't occur, did it?
Me going?
No, anybody going, like your mom going to Thailand, was those tickets purchased?
She did not go. No.
Prior to your dad meet Jessy, your dad lived alone?
No.
Who do you live with?
My Uncle Dan
So it's just your dad and your uncle?
and my other siblings, yes.
And during that time, your dad would just give you and the other siblings just little gifts?
In what regard?
Did you get like presents from your dad?
For like birthdays and Christmas?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you get presents from your uncle?
No.
Ooh, Dan, you better lift your game
Those
in the
presents
present.
continue when your dad met Jessy, correct?
Yes, we continue to have Christmases.
And presents from your dad and Jessy?
Yes.
Oh my
Thank you.
goodness.
Did I
Oh,
read your
thank
back?
God.
Thank you. You may step down. Thank you.
Release from all subpoenas.
No objection.
Thank you. You're released from your subpoenas. Do you have another short witness or should we take a break?
I think we have our next short witness here. Let me just check very quickly. Who would be-
Are they
All right,
short
would you just stand for a
or
minute, ladies and
short?
gentlemen of the jury?
Here we go. Another witness. We are getting through them today. Thanks everyone for being here. I will.
At the end of the hallway, so my victim witness advocate is going to get her.
All right, well, have you call this next witness and then we'll take our afternoon break.
Thank you. And we are calling Christina Sherock.
He's so snazzy in that suit. Love, 10-10. Not Galvanese. Galvanese nuts.
Good afternoon, Ms. Sherock. If you please make your way all the way to
She's
the front
gonna
to the witness stand.
put
It is
shoes
up
on.
one riser. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand. My clerk, Teresa, will swear you in. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, I do. Thank you. Have a seat. First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last
So
names
slow.
for the record and
So
spell
slow.
each.
Christina Sherock, Christina Sherock.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you. And Ms. Sherock, just before we get started with questions, can you just move a little closer to the microphone because you're a little hard to hear back here. Thank you.
No problem.
Ms. Sherock, what do you do for a living?
I work in the bar industry.
And any specific bars currently?
Fourth and Long,
Okay. And how long have you been in the bar industry?
16 years.
Through that employment, did you meet a person named Jessy Kurczewski?
Yes, I did.
How long ago would you say you met
She's a
Ms.
fast
Kurczewski?
talker. Probably like 14 years ago.
Was it just from frequenting bars and being in the same friend circle or something different?
Well, first she was frequent. She was a frequent person at my bar, or at the bar that I worked at, and then she worked there, and then she just frequented afterwards after she was no longer working there.
Okay. So 14 years, sort of what's the end of that 14 years if you had to put a year on it?
When she was put in jail.
Okay. So if you heard earlier, that was 2019. Is that fair?
Yep.
So we're talking about 2005 until 2019.
Mhm.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Now, towards the latter part of that 14-year time span, were you still working at bars that Ms. Kurczewski would come to as a customer?
Yep.
And what bar was that?
Scotty's.
Scotty's Pub.
Mhm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
I'm sorry. The woman in front of you is just taking down all your answers, so we need yeses and nos and things of that nature. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. So Scotty's Pub, that's where you would be working and Ms. Kurczewski would come as a customer.
Yep.
Were there other times where you would go to bars as friends together?
I would see her at bars and meet her there.
Okay. So you wouldn't necessarily go in the same group, but you would frequent as customers other bars.
Yes.
Do you know what some of those were?
Dallas Palace.
Okay.
And
I
then
assume that's
some-
in West Dallas?
Yes.
Okay. Was there a lot of opportunities for you to talk to Ms. Kurczewski throughout the years?
I mean, sometimes we did, yeah.
Okay. In talking with Ms. Kurczewski, did the name Lynn Hernan ever come up?
A couple times.
Okay. What do you remember about those couple times?
She was just saying that she was helping her mom take care of her best friend, and something about she had a bunch of
Yeah,
cats. She had
taking
to get
care
rid
of
of some of her
her.
cats, and I mean, she didn't really tell me that much at all.
Okay. And you said that at some point she went from being a customer to working with you at a bar.
Mhm.
Was it? Sorry, is that a yes?
Yes, correct.
Thank you. Was that Scotty's Pub?
Yes.
How long would you say you worked together there?
That I don't know.
Okay. If you had to try your best, would you say a year, more than a year, less than a year?
Probably about a year.
About a year. Okay. Do you know if Ms. Kurczewski was working other jobs at the time?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you recall approximately what year that was?
No.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you that.
Was it more towards the beginning of that 2005 to 2019, towards the middle, or towards the end?
Towards the beginning.
Towards the beginning. So closer to 2005.
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay. I understand. I'll try my best to keep correcting you. So
thanks.
Beyond working together, when she sort of returned
I know
back to
the
being a
feeling,
customer
man.
of Scotty's Pub where you worked.
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes.
Did you notice her spending habits at all?
Well, I know she always liked to gamble, yeah, and then she would buy rounds of shots for all of her friends and stuff at the bar.
Okay. And you said sometimes you would see her at bars while you yourself were a customer, correct?
Yes.
You wouldn't necessarily go with her?
No, we would just be at the bars together, like a Sunday fun day or something like that.
Understood. It was more just a coincidence that you'd end up together.
Yeah.
So when you say Ms. Kurczewski would buy rounds of shots or things like that, was it for the group she came with, or was it for everybody in the bar, or something different?
Sometimes it was just for the group that she came with. Sometimes if there wasn't many people at the bar or whatever, she would buy around for the whole bar.
Okay. And how many people were in there when it was the whole bar?
I mean, sometimes you got up to 10, 15 people.
Okay. You said she also liked to use the gambling machines or the video poker machines?
Yes.
Did you ever kind of notice or pay attention how much money she was putting in those machines?
No, because I was usually right next to her and I was just playing myself. So I didn't recognize how much she put in there.
One of the few times she did talk about Lynn Hernan, was that to tell you that her family friend had passed away?
Yeah, she did tell me that.
And in that conversation, did Ms. Kurczewski sort of offer you personal items of Lynn Hernan?
Yes, she did.
And were you able to follow through with that and take anything?
Yes.
Do you recall what items you took?
A bunch of bags of clothes and then like, I think a couple end tables.
Okay. And do you recall about when that was?
No, I don't know.
You
And it was
recall-
right after one of the hurricanes because I took it down to the people for the hurricanes. So probably October, November.
Okay. Of 2018 still, or something different?
Yeah, that would have been of 18.
Okay.
No,
so,
that would have been 19.
so you think it was October or November
Yeah.
of 2000?
Right after she passed away.
Okay. Right
And
after
she had
Lynn
told,
Hernan
yeah,
passed
she had
away?
told me after I told her I was going down south that she had clothes of Lynn's.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Those are all the questions.
No problem.
Pause. Pause. Ms. What the Fuck would like us to, and I would also like us to, announce the winner of the Name That Camp Shorty Cookbook competition. So, Ms. What the Fuck, let me remove my screen so you can share your screen. And this is exciting.
So the winner is Camp Shorty's Hot Box.
For the love of God, amazing. I love that so much. Yay. And whose suggestion was that? Who
That
whose
was
idea was
Tony P.
Tony P? Are you telling me Tony P suggested Miss Shorty's Hot Box?
He sure did.
Tony, there you go. You're the winner. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hey, man.
Well,
So that would be, let me scroll over. It's like hiding.
so Tony, that's good timing because as your prize, not only do you get the critical acclaim of that, you also get to pick something off the merch store. Feel free to pick an apron if you like, or a cap, or a t-shirt. Go for it, Camp Shorty's Hot Box.
Congratulations, Tony. And damn it.
Ay.
You know what, though? Blame it on the mods, though, because the mods are the ones that picked the final four. So really, blame it on the mods in the end.
I voted as Miss Shorty Music for Cafe Bay. I loved that one, although Hot Box is fucking hilarious and right in the spirit of things.
I voted for Fork. Yeah, that's like, I love that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The artwork looks amazing. Now that the Simi says, I did not choose that. Well, so we will now that the merch store is all the big lion's share of that is done. Ms. What the Fuck and I can now go towards funneling our energy towards getting this thing live, I guess is the word, huh? And that's a reminder for anybody who's got recipes to submit, reminding myself, and even if you didn't suggest anything but you'd like to put something into this, I think it's going to be a real hit, a winner, particularly now there's aprons on the merch store. We can I'm so excited. Thank you, Ms. What the Fuck. Thank you, Tony. Congratulations, and hit me up in the Discords. I love it. Let's get back to court now. Thanks, Ms. What the Fuck. You can go and rest. Poor What the Fuck. She's had no sleep. She's been unwell for a couple of weeks, and I'm cracking the whip. The creative juices have been flowing. Not just juices, creative juices. Y'all. All right. Cross-examination. Shelley, what?
You hung around with Jessy, you said around 2005?
Oh my goodness.
Well, I saw her at the bars.
So this period that you're talking about is around the early part of your relationship with Jessy, around 2005, 2006?
No, I would see her at bars along the way. And I mean, we never said we're going to a bar together. We would always just meet because we liked a certain bartender or whatnot. Or when I was bartending, she would come up there.
And you seem to indicate this happened in the early part of your meeting with Jessy around towards the 2005 time frame.
What was the question?
You seem to indicate that this get together with Jessy occurred during the early part of the time that you met her towards 2005.
No, that's when she started working for Scotty's sometime around then. I'm not sure that when she actually started. But I met her, and then that's how, I mean, through people and whatnot. We didn't have like conversations back then. I just knew who she was.
So you really didn't start hanging around with her in 2005?
Hannah, no. Thank you so
That's
much.
when you just first met her.
Yeah.
When did you start hanging around with her?
Congratulations, Flashpan.
After she started working there.
Do you know when that was? 2007, 8?
I don't know. People come and go at the bars. When she was a waitress. But I did get to know her. I try to get to know people that I work with. So
you're in the draw, Hedda. Again, thank you for your support. You're such a good friend.
But she did tell you, you remember her telling you that she was taking care of a person named Lynn Hernan, correct?
Yes.
And Lynn Hernan was very sick.
I didn't know she was sick. She just said she was helping take care of her.
And Lynn Hernan had cats.
Mm-hmm. I remember saying because she had to get rid of the cats.
Sorry.
Did you know that those cats were taken by her mother, Jennifer Flower?
Object, speculation, and relevance.
Overruled. If she knows, she may answer.
No.
No further questions. Judge, thank you.
Save redirect.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
I've asked that Sherock release from her subpoenas as well.
Objection.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You are released from your subpoenas.
Another one.
And now we'll take our mid-afternoon break. All rise for the jury, please.
All right, let me just scoot through and get us through the afternoon break. I am going to be on banner watch. Chat, help me out here. What am I doing? Court break. So I did push back the next stream to the on top of the hour. I think we should be just about right. With that, with how much court is left for the day. Let me just walk and talk, chat. Walk and talk, walk and talk, walk and talk. Scooting. And we'll be doing half or so. We'll do as much because anyway, we will do as much as we can before everyone starts to fade and need to go to bed with the Dr. Ramani. Very good. It's very good. Very good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Still, I'm just scooting through. I'd use the slider bar, but oh wow. Oh, here we go. Judge Jenny D. Back to this and this.
Okay.
Understand.
All right.
Oh wait.
Go ahead.
I've got my computer and things up there, and somebody from my office, I understand, is on their way.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, and I just want you to know.
No problem.
Okay.
Understand.
All right. Good.
Judge, do you want to talk about Scott Craig's dual
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Thank you.
At the end of the day, sir.
We're on a roll. Let's keep going.
We're on a roll.
Did we ever look at 183 versus 186 though?
Yes, it was 183.
All right. At some point, we should let the jury know that.
Judge Jenny, she's a little over these clowns, the defense clowns.
All right, the state may call its next witness.
She's
Your Honor, the
pissed.
state would call Ryan Solie.
Ryan?
Come on up, sir. Please make your way to the witness stand, which is all the way up to the front. Upper riser. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand, and my clerk, Teresa, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir. Please have a seat. First thing I will have you do is to state your first and last names for the record and then spell each.
Okay, my name is Ryan Solie. First name Ryan, last name Solie.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you
your
for
witness.
being an easy one, sir.
Mr. Solie,
Much
how are you
appreciated.
employed?
I work for Wisconsin Lutheran High School.
In what capacity?
I'm the director of school safety.
All right. Going back to July of 2010, how were you employed?
I was a police officer for the city of West Dallas.
Oh.
How long were you employed with the city of West Dallas at that point?
About 3-4 years.
Okay. On July 16th, 2010, were you dispatched to a Payday Loans?
Yes.
What were you dispatched to that location for?
I believe someone was trying to fraudulently obtain some type of title loan.
Okay. Ultimately, when you were dispatched to that location, did you meet with other officers to get briefed on the situation?
I did.
Okay. Did you make contact with the suspect of that case?
I did.
Who was the suspect?
Jessy Kurczewski.
If I would say it's Kurczewski, would you have any issues with that?
No.
Okay. So you ended up speaking with Ms. Kurczewski, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What did you talk to her about?
Well, employees on scene were worried that she was trying to fraudulently obtain a loan. She initially provided her identification and stated that she was Jennifer Flower. She showed me a picture ID of a Jennifer Flower, which did not look like Jessy. So I questioned her further on that.
What happened at that point?
She eventually admitted that Jennifer Flower was her mother, and she was there trying to obtain a title loan on her behalf.
Ultimately, was Ms. Kurczewski taken into custody?
Yes.
Okay. Before we get to that point, though, was a search of the vehicle that Ms. Kurczewski took to that location done?
Yes.
Was identification relating to Miss Jennifer Flower located in that vehicle?
Yes.
Could you explain to the jury what was found in the vehicle belonging to Miss Flower?
From what I recall, her social security card was in there. I'm not exactly sure what else we located in there.
If there were, if I were to show you your report from 2010, would that help refresh your recollection about what was found in the vehicle?
Yes.
All right, I'll get this marked as an exhibit after this. It'll be 218. It's Officer Solie's report for this incident.
All right.
Whoa.
May I approach, Sharon?
Did you show it to Attorney Galavis? All right, go ahead.
Mr. Solie, I'm going to hand you what's going to be marked later as Exhibit 219. And I'm going to ask you to review the last bullet points, and then once you're done with that, turn it over and hand it to me. Does that help refresh your recollection?
Yes.
After reviewing that, what other items of Miss Flower was located in the vehicle?
Her checkbook from her bank account. There was also some sort of letter from a company stating that a loan was approved.
All right. So ultimately, Ms. Kurczewski was taken into custody, correct?
Good night, Christy. Yes. Sleep well.
Was an interview conducted with Ms. Kurczewski?
Yes.
During that interview, did she talk to you about trying to obtain that car loan?
Yes.
What did she say about it?
She stated that she was trying to use her mom's information to obtain this loan. Her mom did not have any knowledge of her doing this.
Yikes.
I believe she mentioned something about like gambling debt, being in gambling debt, and that's why she had to do this.
And no job. Jesse just looks defiant
I don't
and
know
kind
if
of
you specifically stated it. Did Ms. Kurczewski have the consent of Ms. Flower to use her information to apply for this loan?
No.
No, Hedda, thank you so much for your support and sleep well, sweet dreams. Mwah. No, absolutely not. Particularly as a self-medicating tactic, Tony.
No, thank you, Mr. Solie.
If Jesse has mental health issues.
No questions? All right, thank you, sir. You may step down.
No questions. Gosh.
Already asked him that he be released from his subpoena.
Objection.
All right, thank you, sir. You are released from your subpoena.
No cross.
All right, you call your next witness.
Judge, we are ahead of schedule and have no other witnesses available today to call.
All right, then. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Alrighty.
you're going to get a little bit of an early start to the evening. We'll commence tomorrow as close as we can to 8:30 a.m. I do want to read the instruction. I know you've heard it. My goal by the end of this is that you can recite it with me. Just kidding on the last part. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, do not begin your deliberations and discussion of the case until all the evidence is presented, and I have instructed you on the law. Do not discuss this case among yourselves or with anyone else until your final deliberations in the jury room. This order is not limited to face-to-face conversations. It also extends to all forms of electronic communications. Do not use any electronic devices such as a mobile phone or computer, text or instant messaging, or social networking sites to send or receive any information about this case or your experience as a juror. We will stop or recess from time to time during the trial. You may be excused from the courtroom when it is necessary for me to hear legal arguments from the lawyers. If you come in contact with the parties, lawyers, or witnesses, do not speak with them. For their part, the parties, lawyers, and witnesses will not contact or speak with the jurors. Do not listen to any conversations about this case. Do not research any information that you personally think might be helpful to you in understanding the issues presented. Do not investigate this case on your own or visit the scene, either in person or by any electronic means. Do not read any newspaper reports or listen to any news reports on radio, television, over the internet, or any other electronic application or tool about this trial. Do not consult dictionaries, computers, electronic applications,
Such a long
social
instruction.
media, the internet, or other reference materials for additional information. Do not seek information regarding the public records of any party or witness in this case. Any information you obtain.
Lainey, enjoy Superman. No kick later tonight. We're doing a psychology corner after this, so maybe catch the replay of that. I'm not sure how long we'll be doing that, but we will see how long people's steam lasts before we're out of steam. And but we'll see you next weekend. Have a great rest of your weekend, and don't forget to check out that merch store. Discount code SPOOKY, SPOOKY, all uppercase, for 10% off site-wide.
Evening to discuss this case with another member of your household, but you may not do so. This case must be decided by you, the jurors, based on the evidence presented in the courtroom. People not serving on this jury have not heard the evidence, and it is improper for them to influence your deliberations and decision in this case. After this trial is completed, you are free to communicate with anyone in any manner. These rules are intended to assure that jurors remain impartial throughout the trial. If any juror has reason to believe that another juror has violated these rules, you should report that to me. If jurors do not comply with these rules, it could result in a new trial involving additional time and significant expense to the parties and the taxpayers. You are to decide the case solely on the evidence offered and received at trial. With that, you are excused, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Oh, I should clarify that code will be available for the month of October. So get in there and stock up on your merch. Plenty of new logos, new styles, new items. Totally cool. Oh, wrong thing. Lady. Okay, outside the jury presence. What do we
All
got?
right, thank
She's
you.
gonna
Be seated.
she's gonna whip some
We'll
ass.
take up the issue of the dual subpoenas to Mr. Craig, as I indicated earlier. Since you've now had an opportunity to obviously hear the state's questions on direct, cross-examine him. I know he's under subpoena, but what reason does the defense have, other than the generic reason that's been proffered earlier today, to not release him from his subpoena?
She ain't playing.
And who will be addressing that for the defense? Go ahead.
Hopefully.
Well, again, we want to assess the case at the conclusion of the state's case. There are potentially other text messages that I'm going to want to go into. Unfortunately, part of the problem with this witness also was that my computer broke over, the screen broke on my computer over the lunch hour. So I had prepped for a couple of things that I had to quickly send over during the lunch hour to Attorney Galvaez.
Galvaez nuts.
Full packet of information on this particular witness. So I dealt with what I thought was most important, but there could be others. I just couldn't look at them over the lunch hour because my computer was broken.
Sounds like a lot of excuses,
so
lady.
There would be potentially other text messages.
In response from the state.
Objection.
Judge, as far as the text messages, when we attempted to get into the specifics of them, it was Attorney Kugler who objected to that. They certainly will come in. The foundation will be laid through, I believe, either Detective Fredericks or Detective Schrader. And then, as I see it, they'll be in. There'll be a certified copy of the phone downloads from Ms. Kurczewski and Mr. Craig. Again, we could have explored that today. It was Attorney Kugler's objection that kept us from those. And so I simply am not hearing a reason why Mr. Craig would need to be called back. Certainly the defense added 2 exhibits this morning, I would add to the record, that were his recorded interviews that they appeared ready and able to play portions of if he had trouble remembering something or testified differently than he did back in 2019 when he was interviewed. And I think the next interview was 2021 perhaps, but several years ago. And they had those opportunities today, and there's just nothing being brought up as to what they did not have the opportunity to ask him during his testimony today.
We have the right to call somebody in our case in chief and present our evidence in the way we want to.
But you're telling me you did not take the opportunity earlier to question him regarding text messages, which would have been a proper subject of cross-exam. I know there was an objection by Attorney Kugler to showing the witness text messages. Frankly, from my perspective, although you may link this up later, there were some issues with foundation, including that this witness never testified to what his phone number was or how he had labeled, if any, Ms. Kurczewski's contact in his phone. I've certainly seen enough of these records to know how these things typically are displayed in the format they are. I understand you'll need a detective, though, to further go through that foundation in terms of why it's in the format that it is versus a cell phone, for example. So given that, and there might still be a need for some of these things, I'll honor the request of the defense as it relates to this particular witness, give them some leeway, given some of the computer issues. I know that
Too
Attorney
kind.
Kugler and Attorney Galaviz were able to get a number
All
of
the
documents
means.
by email, but this is a complicated case. It's scheduled for 25 days. There's volumes and volumes of discovery. At one point, it was described to me as being on a terabyte, and I think having a computer with your prep not available is reason sufficient as it relates to this witness. So I will keep him under subpoena. He continues to be under the exclusion rule that I set up earlier. With that, is there anything else from the state?
Oh, yeah.
From the defense?
No.
All right, thank you, everyone. We are in recess for the day. Please make sure when you come in tomorrow, I want both parties to test out the equipment before we bring the jury in. Sometimes there's a delay. Sometimes cords aren't in the right place, but let's make sure everyone gets here early to do that. That should be done both in the morning and in the afternoon. And then I had a note, but kind of threw me with getting done early. So I'll tell the jury tomorrow about 183 being the correct document that was utilized during Mr. Craig's testimony. All right, thank you, everyone.
And we are out for court for today. We did it, chat. Amazing. Hey, weird background stuff. So, amazing. That was day 5. I will change the thumbnail to reflect that we did day 5, part 2. So next Friday night, we'll be looking at day 6, which is what this was supposed to be billed as. But you know the whole story. I'll take this banner off. So there is a redirect in place for the next stream, Psychology Corner, psychopath or sociopath. Dr. Rahman is going to break it down for us. You don't have to go anywhere. If you're going to bed, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Ms. What the Fuck. Thank you to my beautiful mod squad for everything. Shelley, it's good to have you back. I know you've been doing important grandmother business, and we are so happy to have you back. We've missed you, girl. We've missed you. So sadly, says Tony, it is bedtime. Well, in the morning, sir, go and pick yourself a prize for your Camp Shorty's hot box. Wow, Tony. Wow. And your beautiful Micah. Of course, Micah. We love you. Dutch babies. I know that was Pia. We'll go straight into the next stream. Be kind to each other. Always. Spooky. 10% off store-wide. See you in a minute, or see you next time. Mwah!
I love you all so very much. We had a blast just chatting and stuff. Things may have gone bit off the rails. Professional when all else fails. 'Cause chat is babe, so much to say. Emotes and all the caps out. May have been cheese, bit faster please. The time has come, Camp Shorty out. We're skating through all the tough things, learning about this and that, defense motions, prosecution, and narcissistic twats. 'Cause chat is babe, so much to say. Emotes and all the all caps out. May have been cheese, bit faster please. The time has come, Camp Shorty out. Community, just you and me. Occasionally, Buster and Poppy. It's the whole thing, Miss Shorty swing. Together we make each other happy.